I like how we're like, all right, guys, we need to have the art for all the characters ready first, so Jacob can make the overlay, so we don't have to edit any
Hey
of these
everybody,
videos.
welcome to today's episode of Tomb of Annihilation. Uh,
Yeah, we need to do that again because the host muted you just shows up across everyone's camera.
That's the intro. I produced this show.
I mean, yeah, you have to edit it because there was never an overlay made.
Colton
No, I have to edit
telling me
it.
off. Yeah, I'm gonna pay Spencer to do it.
I'm editing it still.
Anyways, last we left off, you guys had made your way into Fort Balurian to find a target of one of the merchant princes in order to free a guy who needed some help. It was a job given to you by
We needed to find.
Wakanga.
It was not given to so.
No. Wakanga told you to save this guy,
Right,
and you brought him back.
Jessamine.
Yes.
No, not Jessamine. Who was it? Maybe it was Jessamine. No, Kaothi. Kaothi told us to kill Shago in Fort Balurian.
Yep. And killing Shago would free the guy. Yep. And that's the guy who who Wakanga wants.
I'm taking notes.
So you're helping a guy. You're helping a guy to save another guy
by killing a guy.
Kill another guy. That's it.
Yeah.
And you guys have done that. You after much strange secret arguing over what to do with this person, some Frostshine showed up, and you figured this is as good as opportunity as any to end this man's. And you did, and you guys made your way back onto the Brass Phoenix, with like 2 weeks still at your. It was a week or I can't remember.
No, it was 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks that Ivra argued for and was given.
Yeah. You guys. So you guys.
Someone, I don't know.
Pretty much completed this in like a day.
Tiff told us, keep your mouth shut because this lady will kill you if she wants to.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep a note. I should really keep a note.
And Tiff was also the one that that knows the place, so they can make the argument for. It takes a little bit to get over there, so you can give us a little bit of extra time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's been. You guys had 12 days, you had 20 days, and it's been 3.
15. My notes say 15? We had 15 days. I think she gave us a week, and then Tiff was like, it would take that much time to walk there and walk back. Give us a little bit more.
Okay, that's fair. And you guys boated there and completed it in 3. So that's cool. So you guys currently have 12 days right now. No, you guys sailed on the ocean for another day. So you've got 11.
That's right, because we're going out towards...
and that's where we left off, is you guys were sailing off towards the last known location of the Emerald Eye, the ship, one of the pirate ships that Chena is planning on finding. And as you guys went to its last known location, there was a wreckage in the middle of the ocean. There was floating debris, cargo, and a man who was still floating on some bits of driftwood. You guys pulled onto the ship. Could barely speak. He was very, very hurt, and you guys kind of healed him up a little bit. And he told you that they were attacked by pirates. At least I think he did. I don't really remember because for us it's been like 3 weeks.
Well, we were attacked by pirates, and for you guys it might be 2 months. Anyways,
or 2 days. Who knows?
Who knows with us in this campaign? Yeah. I think he said the name of the captain of the Emerald Eye. I think.
Yes.
I have Jahaka Anchor Reach. Is what he said.
Jahaka Anchor Reach. Yeah, that's what he had told you. And he's now on your ship. He's brought down to like the lower decks, and he's kind of being nursed to health and whatnot. It is still the early morning. I believe. I'm gonna double check my facts here. Each hex. How many hexes can the Brass Phoenix move in an hour?
It's in an hour.
Yep.
How big is the hex again?
Hex is
10 miles.
10 miles.
I believe the Phoenix goes 9 a day, so it's like taking like 80%
It goes
of the hex.
96 miles per day.
We
or
worked
4 miles an hour.
out that it was essentially a hex a day.
No.
No.
It'd be
it
9
should
hexes a day.
be 9 hexes.
That's what
a
it
day.
was.
Almost 10.
That's what it
essentially.
was.
So
Yep,
like an
2,
hour
3,
might
4,
be
5, 6, 7,
somewhere in the
Yep.
a hex.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it
That
is
sounds
like
about right.
it is. So you guys left Fort Balurian at the end of the day. That's right. You guys got on the ship and then sailed off because the ship doesn't need to sleep.
Nope.
And so it would be like early morning as you guys came across this. So the sun is just barely coming up as you guys can see this wreckage, and you guys get this guy on board. You guys are look around the deck and just see the endless ocean before you.
Does anyone know what he meant when he said Chahaka Anchorage? Is that a place? Is that a person?
Hang on.
Tiff, you're the one who knows
Checking my
more.
own notes.
Like I said, I don't know if I have that in my notes.
If you don't have anything in your notes, Tiff, I'll wait.
So I guess the question is, does Tiff have a map on her of Chulton? Would she be aware of, like, I don't want to say coastal cities because that's not really a thing Chult has, but like alcoves and bays?
Roll a history check.
Okay. It's a 14.
Okay, you've never heard of Chahaka Anchorage.
Okay.
You know of like Kitcher's Inlet, Refuge Bay, and Chahaka Bay. So you know that on the western side of Chult there is a Chahaka Bay. I'll probably say that Tiff has never been there before.
I think that's fair, yeah.
You don't know what's over there. And as far as you're aware, there's nothing over there. It's on the backside of the Cobalt Mountains, so it's likely very dangerous. But it's just so far that you're not entirely sure.
I'm sorry, can I interject for a second? There's a place here called the Cobalt Mountains.
Yep.
Mhm.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I know, right? Everybody snuck into. Who was? Never mind. Everybody roll a history check. You were all there.
I
Tiff,
knew
you're
that
good.
the name. Oh, that's
I
the
got
name
14.
of the guy that was sent.
14.
That they were talking to, huh? The Flaming Fist.
Well, you succeeded, Colton.
I remembered that, but I just want to make sure.
This is a history check to remind your characters you have heard this name before. It was mentioned as Liara Porter was speaking it into Ascending Stone.
Which means that they've talked to him. I probably have that in my notes somewhere. I'm really bad at keeping notes on D&D Beyond organized. Like
It's hard to keep them organized.
Like, who is MT? He's just in my allies. I have no idea who that is.
Well,
Mert?
Huh?
Mert?
No. MT colon
Mert.
fat
The-
dude who's our friend. I don't know who this is.
Well,
Okay.
that doesn't help.
So I was having a little bit of a problem with Zoom. I don't know if you heard the question that I asked.
No, what was
No,
it?
we did not.
Okay. Like I asked a question and then everyone glitched out for a second and then you guys were talking about the captain. So I was like, I think something's wrong.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to know if the guy that we saved said how long ago he was attacked, or if there was any way that I could tell.
You
by
haven't asked
the
him
amount
any
of,
more. You could go down into the brig and talk to him if you want.
Is there any way that I could determine it by myself, or
Oh, just looking
I
at
don't
the
really want
wreckage?
to. I don't want to bother him. You know.
Are you just looking at the wreckage and trying to
Yes.
figure out how long ago it was?
Yeah. like a nature check?
I know I made.
Sure.
Okay. $14.
It's very difficult to tell due to the fact that it's the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
and there's not like tracks or anything to determine whether or not how long something was here. Just looking at like the wood and whatnot, and everything that's floating in the water, you know it can't have been more than 3 days. It's impossible for it to have been more than 3 days.
I would imagine part of it is because the stuff is still kind of together.
It's
So
still
there's
there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely separated like a lot. Like
Yeah.
it's all over the place, but
Mhm.
you know that it's like it can't have been more than a couple of days. Otherwise, it would have just been gone.
Mhm.
There are parts of the boat that are still like caught aflame.
No, there's
Okay.
nothing is on fire.
Jahaka Anchorage was someone that was spoken to by the Flaming Fist. Remember? In the...
Mhm.
Were you guys even all in there? I couldn't see any of you, so...
I think we were, some of us at least.
Mm-hmm. I think some of us may have been too far to hear, but I know that we knew there was a conversation.
Yeah.
I've heard a little bit of it, but not a whole lot.
So they're in contact with the Flaming Fist.
I don't know entirely all the background on how certain places get their names, but Jahaka, unless just a coincidence, does share a name with a bay on the west side of the continent.
How far do you think that would be? Get there.
From us, quite a distance. We're looking at. Tiff will look at her map.
I saw someone already mark it. It's like 58 hexes. So
Yeah.
It's 580 miles. I was already measuring it.
Pretty far.
Probably about 7 days if we really wanted to get into it. There and back.
that's by boat.
Oh, absolutely. If we went by land, it would be incredibly dangerous.
And a long journey, I'm guessing.
Oh, by land, yes, absolutely. There's only certain areas you can travel in the jungle, and we'd have to get supplies to do mountain climbing if we needed to, or who knows. It's not even getting into like all the forgotten, lost tombs and stuff we'd have to deal with.
I suggest that we should probably hold that off to another voyage.
Yes, well, we only have 12 days that we need to be back. Maybe maybe we return to Port Nyanzaru and finish
That being
rescuing Omala. Maybe Wakanga would know something about that name.
Yeah, and that being said, the jungle might be dangerous, but if we turned in this quest that we're doing, we would be under no longer a time limit. We could just go after that. We're closer to the port than we are now.
That's my thought as well.
A soaking wet Darren comes up onto the ship and comes up onto the side of it and looks up towards everybody. And he says, "There's no more survivors.
Only the one?
Only the one.
One's all we need."
Damn.
Didn't find any other corpses either."
How's the wreckage down below? Is it completely destroyed, or is there anything left?
There's barely anything left down there. There's a portion of the hull, but there's a shape, but
If there's no corpses, wouldn't that imply that they were taken? Shouldn't there be at least one?
that's what I'm afraid of.
Do you have any ideas then of what could have taken a corpse like
I
that?
assume the ship.
Yeah, the woman at the camp said that they were trying to get coin as quickly as possible. Maybe they're collecting people and selling them.
Wouldn't surprise me. Jolt has a mixed history about slavery.
She said that she didn't care how they got the coin; they just needed it.
That makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
Necromancer, maybe?
Oh, that's still plausible. Just a little far out.
Like there.
Plausible, but not impossible. Just less likely.
That
you
tends to be
imagining
where
a-
my ideas go.
Were you imagining a group of zombies walking on the floor of the ocean?
That would be pretty cool. But
Only by
no.
moonlight, though.
Is that how zombies work?
That's how pirate legend works.
Ain't that the
Anyways,
truth?
we should return to Port Nyanzaru, right? I mean, we're not going to get any information on the bay here.
Not unless we go down below, but I don't know if there's much left. to
I
be
can't
able to
breathe
get
underwater, so...
back. Well, me neither, but there's 2 people that can, but I will not send them down.
A super strong swimmer either, so can swim, just not well.
So
I can
let's-
go back down and check again if you want. I can look for anything.
Get as close as you can, but stay out of trouble. Just that doesn't need to be too long.
Come on, Sheena, you see me fight. He goes over and he jumps off the ship.
That's what worries me.
A moment or so passes. Darren comes back up, and he goes over. He gets back onto the ship. He's just dripping. He looks around. And he says, "There's nothing. It's either been destroyed or taken. Unless you want some old waterlogged beds. There's nothing down there.
I suppose that's
Not even
that-
supplies. I couldn't even
ends
see
it.
any of their food, or anything.
They took everything before they sunk the ship, I guess. I wonder why they left this one poor soul behind.
You should ask him.
Maybe he jumped ship.
Maybe. We should set sail for back to Port Nyanzaru. We'll ask him along the way while
Maybe
while
give
he
him
rests up.
a few minutes to
That's what I'm thinking as well.
recover.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You guys,
Give him a few hours.
the crew gets ready and starts sailing off back towards Port Nyanzaru. And so that's another, you can move 9 hexes. So you guys are going to be going
It's
a 1,
I can go like this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's 150 miles, so it's like
Oops.
a little over a day and a half, I think. Like 36
so this
hours.
is like the
or
end of the
something.
first day, is like right here.
Yeah.
Can you roll a d20, Sheena?
Sure can. 9.
All right. Pretty smooth sailing as you guys make your way back. And on the final day, go ahead and roll another d20.
14.
14. No complications as you guys make your way back over to Port Nyanzaru and through the bay. And
Can I say real quick,
let me
I
check
like
to
this
see if
song.
the dragon... Really?
Yeah,
It's from Pyre.
that makes a lot of sense.
And let's find out if the dragon turtle is going to be an asshole.
Hey, I was very nice to him.
Yeah, you were very nice.
So,
Too nice. He wants more.
I'm having problems with Zoom again.
You are?
Oh no.
Yeah, it keeps telling me my connection's unstable.
Why don't you go ahead and reset it? As you guys are pulling into the bay, the sea begins to roil and churn once more. Waves crash over the bow of your ship, and coming out of the ocean, just about the same size as the Brass Phoenix, this massive dragon turtle creature, water spilling all off the sides of it. It's massive, orange and yellow eye on one side and milky blind eye on the other. And it'll look over and peer over the ship as it begins to kind of swim around and circle the entirety of the ship once again.
Tiff, do I need to give it more money?
It's definitely likely.
Okay.
I'll walk up with you again.
How much did we give it last time? Does anyone remember?
I think you gave it a bag with like 250 in it, but I think that may have been a little generous.
Okay.
I have 130 gold. I can give you that, and then you can put whatever you
I'll
want to
use
put
your
in
money
with it.
then. I'm gonna take the money that Ira gives me
I mean, it's
and
ours anyway, so.
go to the dragon turtle and hold out my little hands and say that this is the offering that the brass phoenix gives.
Okay,
But in
say that.
draconic because
He comes over and he opens up this massive, like, snapping turtle maw, basically, but just as rough and powerful as that of a dragon's, and it just opens and there's just water spilling down into it, and you just see darkness going into his maw. He's thrown in.
Yep.
How much do you give him?
You said 130?
130.
130. All right. His jaw kind of snaps down as he heads under the water, and then he comes up once more. Water splashes all on the side of the ship. The brass phoenix kind of tips onto its side and then straightens out a bit as he comes back up. And you hear him in draconic, just yell out, "More!"
He wants more. I'm gonna.
I'll give some since I haven't given my fair share yet.
Okay.
The crew's like freaking out. They're like,
Gina's trying to keep as straight and as calm of a face as she can.
Yeah. Darren's running
Even though
around. He's kind of like, all right, we're gonna be okay, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah. She'll get toss the creature another 150.
Do the same thing. Mouth opens up. It snatches onto the gold and takes it down below. And you feel the ship kind of move off inwards towards where it went into the ocean, and the ship kind of straightens out a bit. And there's this looming shadow, and it disappears.
God damn, this is a high tax coming in our port. And the ship continues sailing on towards the port, and you guys see Port Nyanzaru in the distance. And you come right up onto port, and as you do, there's a harbor master. And the harbor master changes the music because I made a playlist for the first time in forever. For the first time
and you guys pull up into the beautiful, vibrant, warm, colorful city. And as you kind of make your way into the dock side, there's a bunch of other ships as well. Harbor master looks busy talking to somebody else. Kind of runs over towards yours, and he looks up and he looks at the ship. Does it have like the name on the side of it?
It does.
Okay, all right. So he's like writing things down, and he says, "Captain, where's the captain?"
Aye.
He says, how long do you plan on staying in Port Nyanzaru?
I'm pretty sure I've already paid for a full week, so I should have a few more days in the file.
Yes, I have you. You have 2 more days. So,
All right, then I'll pay you when those 2 days are over.
well, you could pay me now while I have you.
I'll see how long I'm still in port.
Roll persuasion or intimidation.
Doesn't really matter. Either one, the same. 12.
Intimidation's more fun. He goes,
Yeah.
And it goes back off to his business and he leaves. You guys are docked in the port now, though. But in typical Sea of Thieves style fashion, when you guys are pulling in, you just hit the dock and everyone's like, ah!
And they have to quickly repair the ship.
Yeah.
Grab some buckets.
Yeah.
You have someone screaming, wait, drop it now.
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift anchor.
Yeah, drop the anchor right before you hit the dock. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. You guys have pulled into port. Ayla kind of comes over towards all of you and she says, well, he still really hasn't woken up yet. Just still need to eat. So I don't know what we're going to do with him. I haven't even got a name out of him yet.
I could try to heal him.
Okay.
Ari's gonna go down to where he's being kept. And...
I'll follow.
Okay, you go down
I think
and
we'll
you see this
follow.
guy. He's bald. He's got very dark skin. He's wearing very tattered looking clothing. He's got a pretty small frame too, and he just has like food and water down inside. He's finished. And he's kind of laying in one of the cots, and he kind of like turns as he looks over towards all of you. His eyes are open.
Does he seem wounded, or could I roll medicine?
Roll a medicine check, and I will tell
Like
you.
dehydrated?
I'll give a help.
Okay.
Wish for a crit.
You have advantage.
Advantage.
And Vitagi.
It's a 22.
Okay. He is not injured. He doesn't look like he's like he got hit, burned, stabbed, anything like that. It literally just looks like he was sitting out there dehydrated and near death for like a day or two. And he's almost fully recovered at this point. And that's all you know. That's all you get from your medicine. Like, he's not in that state anymore. He's much better than he was.
So I don't think that doing anything to heal him will help.
Not really.
Okay.
He just needs
Rest,
rest and food.
Okay.
And he's like almost there. He's like at 80%.
80% heal. He's awake.
Yeah, his eyes are a little open.
Ari will turn around and realize everyone followed her down and go, well, he's awake if you want to talk to him. I don't think there's anything I can do more than Ayla already has.
Do you think he needs more rest then?
Yes. We could finish our job and maybe shop around a bit and come back, and he might be at max potential.
That would be
agree
my
with that.
suggestion. Yeah, if everyone is okay with that.
Okay. I'll go back up to the...
Ayla?
Huh.
Could you just keep an eye on him for me? Just make sure
Sure.
he's taken well care of.
I'll just keep an eye on this guy and a monkey.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to take the monkey with me.
Oh, thank God. I can only handle one responsibility at a time.
And I'll call the monkey over to me, and he can just climb into my pack.
Yeah, he does. He like climbs up the side of your arm, the shoulder, and he looks over towards everybody, and he just goes, oh, and then he goes, and then he goes into your bed.
Good job. Well,
So to the merchant prince's villas then?
Well, are we
Wait.
able to just get an audience with Kaothe?
yeah.
I'm assuming she'll be expecting us.
Maybe
I'm
not
sure
this
there's-
quickly.
I'm sure there's a guard we could ask for audience.
At most, we'll wait.
I do want to I learned a new spell, so I'd like to get the materials for it if we have time.
What did you learn?
Oh, well, I figured if we're going into the jungle, we might need we'll get there when we get there. It's not that important. It's just to be safe.
Okay.
Okay. You guys make your way into the city, and I will pull up that map for you guys.
Yum, blurry. There it is.
Port Nyanzaru looks great today.
Man,
It's
I can barely see her.
the power of a 2060 overdoing a 2080 Ti for about a split second on roll 20 as
It's
it
not-
loads
it's
in the
not-
map
I'm not even
faster.
using my
It's-
graphics card. I'm
I don't think it's the graphics card. I think it's the internet.
Okay.
The
Do you guys
power
want a
of fiber.
party token? I'll give you guys the
That
party
true.
token we'd used earlier, so I can give you an idea of
Dude.
where you guys.
You guys could
are
probably
going.
get it.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it's so.
Oh.
Oh my lord.
We are a big party.
You guys are huge.
Godzilla.
So are we? I cannot control this.
You guys are docked here,
Yeah, okay, we are docked over there again.
and you're gonna go, huh, he,
Yeah.
who, aha, he, aha, waha, yee, wahoo, up. And as you guys are brought into the merchant's ward, there are the two guards that stand out front, the two Jolton guards, and they look over towards the rest of the party.
Probably on the way there, I kind of look over to Tiff. I'm like, you have the hand, right?
I think it was in someone else's bag, but
Someone has the hand, right?
yes.
Of
There you
course
go.
you have it.
In my bag of holding.
I could hold the bag or the hand if you'd like.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's fair. Here you go.
Okay.
I'll go into my bag and pull out the severed hand. I think we wrapped it in cloth, though, so.
We did.
Oh,
Otherwise,
Hold
there would
on
be
to
a lot of blood floating in your bag of holding right now.
All right, so you have the hand. Who has the hand right now?
I do.
Tiff
Okay.
wrapped up in cloth.
The two guards see you guys make your way in. They recognize you. They've seen you with other merchant princes before, so they let you in to the merchant ward. And you guys are brought all the fucking way to here and into the big Golden Palace place. And as you are brought in, there are now two more Chilton guards standing out in the front, and they do kind of cross their spears at one another to stop you from entering. And they say, and they ask you, "What's your business?"
We've completed a job for one of the merchant princes. We're here to show proof.
They kind of push their spears back together, and they say, "Wait." One of them kind of walks off, and then he comes back with another guy, a Chilton like merchant-looking official person, and he looks over, and he says, "You're here to do a business with one of the merchant princes."
Mm-hmm.
With who?
With Kawerthe in particular.
Hmm.
And maybe Wakanga if he has opening in his schedule.
Your name?
Tiff. She'll know which one.
He kind of nods, and he says, "Wait." And then the other guard comes back and stands there, and then he leaves. And then like 3 or 4 more minutes pass, and then that guy comes back. He says he looks at the guard and in Chilton he says something. Does anybody speak Chilton? They let you inside, and you are brought into the place that I can never remember the name of because there's like 400 names.
Isn't it just the Merchant Prince's villa?
No, it's not the Merchant Prince's villa. This place specifically is a diff. It has a name. Because this isn't where they live. This is where they do their business.
Let me see if I put it in my notes.
Golden Throne. It's called Golden Throne. And it's a meeting place for the merchant princes of Port Nyanzaru and is recognized as the seat of the city's loose government. You guys are brought in, and there are a bunch of thrones along the sides of it, all of them differently themed and whatnot. And 2 of them are currently occupied by 2 other merchant princes.
Ones we have not seen yet, I would
Ones
assume.
you have not seen before. So I
Interesting.
will describe them to you. If I can. Not with this music, though.
Sounds like something like underhandedly comedic is getting ready to
I
happen.
know, right? Underhandedly comedic.
It's like the stealth portion of like a Tom and Jerry episode.
Yep. You see the fattest merchant prince you have ever seen, and a tuba starts playing.
Oh, no.
You guys see, or maybe you don't.
Man, everyone is having issues today.
The game was like, no, you don't play today.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You
Sorry, no game
guys see a older looking man and another younger looking woman. The older looking man has he's wearing like a hat and like very fine clothing. He has a white beard coming down his face, and he's wearing very simple clothing, but he's sitting in one of those massive looking thrones. And you also see a younger looking woman who has like this streak of like silver running through her hair, sitting at another. And you also see Quayothe, who I will remind you of her visage. And there, I sent pictures to the chat if you guys want to see. And Quayothe is standing there. There are the two. She has this like very beautiful ring on her finger, with like this big red gem on it. And as you guys get closer, you see the two individuals kind of flanking her throne, and they're like very scantily clad, and how they're dressed, like very revealing clothing. And she stands, she sits there, and she looks down at all of you. And one of the people behind her is currently like holding on to like a chain, and this chain is connected to what's his face? Not Shago. That was the guy you had to kill.
Omala.
Omala. Thank you. Or is it Omala or Omalu?
I have it written down as Omala.
Okay.
Omala.
Omala. Omala is currently on the ground on his knees with a chain around his neck, and one of the people behind her is just holding on to it, just kind of smirking. And she has a very strict demeanor. She looks down towards all of you, and she says, "That was quick."
I say we travel fast. I know my way. And I'll kneel before I say that.
I'll do it as well. I already know.
She her expression kind of lightens a bit as you do so.
I peek over to Ari as I see the face that Spencer made and assume that Ari is not kneeling at the moment.
I haven't said anything. Just keep my eyes down to the ground.
Tiff would have like stepped into more of the center and trying to take that focal point away from them as well.
Let us hope that
you're kind of standing towards the back of the group a little bit.
Let us hope that you speak true, and you did not underperform the job I gave you.
I think it might be the opposite, my prince. We may have overperformed, and I will reveal a hand. This is the only thing I have left.
She reaches out for it.
I will place the hand in hers.
She looks at it.
Chold has one less guide. The jungles get a little bit more dangerous.
She like takes a breath in, and then she breathes out very, very slowly. She stares at it, and she hands it to kind of the guy on her left, and he takes it and kind of holds onto it. And you notice that his hands are his hand is like clawed almost, like his fingers are sharp as he holds onto it and looks at it. And he's these very wild orange looking eyes as he stares at it. And then you watch as he holds it up into the air, and the hand like disintegrates. It turns into ash in like a small flame. And he kind of turns back and he says, "It was him." And as he speaks, he has a forked tongue. She looks down towards all of you. Do I know what he
did to identify it?
Make an Arcana check.
I swear, if you say the identify spell, it could be used that way? Oh, thanks, potion. Let me turn that off, because that's annoying. Mute tab. Dirty 20.
This is some sort of fiendish, eldritch magic you are very unfamiliar with.
I say it's definitely not a spell that
it's not just some spell.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
And she says, "Thank you, Ixis. And to all of you, I thank you. You may take him." And the woman goes over and kind of unlatches Omala, thank you. And he kind of scrambles forward towards all of you. He looks a little like crazed. And she says, "Your debt is paid. You're free. Go." I hope to never see you again or ever do business with you. Or may Cusseth burden you quickly.
Nod to the other two as well before I leave.
All right, you do so, and you guys
I'll follow
are
out.
escorted out of Golden Throne and back into the city. The guards kind of take you guys out. You're back outside once more, and you're kind of just in the merchant district of Port Nyanzaru.
I think that was straightforward enough.
Yes.
Omala looks towards all of you, and he says, thank you so much. Oh, I didn't think you would actually do it, but you did. Oh, thank you. Where is the monkey?
Oh, he'll peek his little head out of my backpack.
Oh, has he taken a liking to you?
Yes?
Yes?
Good. I don't ever want to see him again.
Oh. Okay.
I don't want to be caught up in this business anymore. I'm going to go do straight, honest work. I'm not going to get involved in merchant princes.
What
Anything.
did you
So
do?
Oh, I owed a debt.
To buy the monkey.
A monkey debt.
Yes.
Borrowed money to buy a monkey.
Well, I borrowed money and then I owed a favor and then the favor fell through and then I owed money still.
Gotcha.
So she was, I was 2 favors deep.
Well, your thanks belong to Wakanga, not to us. He's the one that directed us.
Truly. Thank you. I will speak to him.
Does he look
know
like
what he
he's
is?
hurt at all?
Huh?
Does he look like he had been tortured at all? Hurt at all?
Beaten.
Beaten?
Not beaten. He like has some bruises, but you don't think it's like they were like beating him. It's probably he was just like he was probably like
Being
pulled
dragged
around in that chain for a little while.
Okay. No damage though.
No, he's not like bleeding and dying.
Speaking-
He's fine.
Speaking of, you wanted to try to meet with Wakanga, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could see if he's open now.
I think that's a good idea.
It's good to say that this job is done.
Should I? And I'll open up the little package and pull out a bird. Or should we just walk there?
I mean, we're a couple
We
of
are
doors down, aren't we?
But I think it'd be
I just want to point out
Wise
you're
either way.
literally standing like 10 feet from his villa.
Right, but I don't
10
know.
feet, but like 20 feet.
Well,
But-
I have regular ones too. I just don't know if we should just see if he's available. I guess, unless it's best to give warning before approaching a prince.
I don't know entirely if we're doing any kind of
Trading.
less than toward business. I think we'd be safe just to see if he's available.
Plus, I think he's probably one of the more friendly ones, it seems.
Well, there's probably a reason for that, and I'll start heading over.
Indeed, there
Alright.
is. Always.
Oh, I didn't mean a bad one.
No, I'm not saying either. I'm just saying there always is.
Yeah, you guys make your way over to the merchant prince villa of Wakanga's, and I'm going to be right back. So you're waiting
okay.
at the door, and nobody's answering.
Knock, knock.
You leave a bad Yelp review.
a bad. What was it? A bad Cholton Weekly.
Weekly.
It's like the newspaper, and every week it has like the top reviews of all of the merchant princes.
So-
one
Right,
thing
that's gonna get killed.
that Ira would ask, he'd be like, "So who are the other 2 princes in the?"
The woman was Jessamine. She's the merchant prince of plants, poisons, and usually assassinations. And the man, was Ifan. Ifan does primarily training with beasts, and he collects them.
Okay.
Is he involved with the dinosaur races?
I think he's probably he's the main prince that deals with any of the animals coming in. So to some extent, yes.
That's what
But-
I'm wondering.
I would say that would probably fall under another merchant prince, but to be honest, I wouldn't be entirely sure.
Right.
I have a monkey now. Just
I was
to
gonna
have.
That's a bonus.
say, are you gonna keep the monkey?
Hmm. Well, I'm not just gonna abandon the monkey.
Well-
Are
Are you gonna keep it? Are you gonna give it to someone else? Are you?
I think I'm gonna keep the monkey.
Door opens.
Oh.
Oh,
I was gonna
hello.
say, then please train it.
I'm sorry, I was cooking. Please come in.
Of course.
And it's one of his servants that lets you guys into the house, and you guys are brought into kind of like the living area. There's pillows all over the place. It's very comfortable. And Wakanga makes his way down the stairs and meets you guys. And he looks, and you have done it. You have saved my man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he looks up to you and he says, and Omala looks up towards Wakanga and he's like, I don't understand. I owe you nothing. What? He says, don't worry. We have similar friends, and they helped you. And so did these people. And he says, go now. I require you to continue working in the dye works. They're valuable to me. And he kind of nods. And he looks towards everybody and he nods. And he says, good. Okay. And he leaves.
Bye.
He continues making, Wakanga makes his way over towards all of you. And he says, you've done a good thing for me. Thank you.
Of course.
Now, what did I promise you for this?
Information.
Ah, yes.
On
Artist.
Artist Simber. That was his name.
Artist Simber. Well, I have heard some whispers. A former Harper, you said.
Yes.
I have my friends with the Harpers as well. To be truthful, it is the only reason I am so willing to work with you. I'm very wary of others. But you seem to ally yourselves for a good cause. And then as I'm fucking loading more shit, he says, first of all, if there's anything you need magically, I could likely acquire it for you at a discounted price. Second of all, your man, Artist Simber, he is very good at evading my spies. And anybody that would want to know his location. There are multiple places he could be. And I say could be and say more that he visited these places. I don't have a network that reaches this far into the jungle of Cholt, but I do have people who have noticed.
So he has been seen here
He's been seen.
recently, or
I don't know. Enough to
It gives us a starting
be
point.
remembered. There's a place called Camp Righteous. It's a ruins to the south. There is another place called Kir Sabal.
Hey, Jacob.
Yep.
How do you spell that?
Kirsabal. It's 2 words. It's Kir Sabal.
Okay.
And he says, this is a peaceful sanctuary and home to Erekakra. It's a bit of a monastery and a difficult place to get to. I've been there only a few times on my own. Anywhere else he could be well, there's another place in the jungle known as the Heart of Ubtao, a floating island shaped like a heart. And lastly,
Definitely didn't spell that one right, but I'll find it on the map later.
yep, that is a ancient ruins, a ziggurat, deep into the jungle called Orolunga. the Heart, Oralunga, and Camporachus are typical places that people like you and adventurers and explorers go to hide or to find treasure or secrets or something. The other two places are just anywhere that isn't Port Nyanzaru. I've heard from my spies that he was sighted in these places. I don't know how reliable they can be, and I don't know how long ago. But they are leads. It's all I can help you with.
Thank you.
Damn, music, you need to chill.
That's much more than we had.
Mm-hmm.
Something. I look around. Are there anyone? Is there anyone else in here, or is it just him and us?
It's just you guys. I mean, there's his servants in the other rooms. But
Right, but in this room.
no, there's
Alright.
nobody else.
Another thing to be concerned about, just a bit. Just, you might already know. We've told you why we're looking for him, correct? The item he stole.
I am aware you are looking for him. Do not know why. It was related to Waterdeep, I know that.
Yes, he stole an item from the... Was it Storm?
Yes, they're still trying.
From the Storm Giants. The Heart of Winter. They are on Cholt. We ran into one of them, 3 of them, on the way back from Fort Balurian.
I think we may have convinced them not to attack any further in Cholt, though. Gina can be quite persuasive. I don't really know what she said, but
The Ring of Winter is a legendary item.
Yes.
I only thought it was a myth. I heard about it before.
Apparently he had it, and I don't know if this is why he left the Harpers, but Mert told him to give it back. It seems he didn't.
Keeping him hidden, too. That's why no one can find him. I found that out after I spoke to you the first time.
I tried the same thing. It's easy to find people with magic, but it seems many people know how to hide their locations. Scrying did not prove useful.
Yes.
I figure you're probably the person to tell this, as you're essentially the nobility here, right? Or one part of it.
Yes.
Hopefully they won't attack here.
Well, let's hope you find him for the sake of us and your home.
That's the plan.
Is there anything else you need? I have more work if you would like it. But it seems you have your hands full.
I have a couple of things.
I don't think we'll say no to
Sure.
work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we can guarantee how quickly we can get it done.
Yes. What do you know of Jahaka Anchorage? Of that name?
So Jacob is literally going to roll for Wakanga's knowledge on this.
Natural 20, come on.
He says,
Can I inspire him?
Can you no. He can't. He's not like, I hope I remember. No. He looks up and he says, Jahaka Anchorage. I have never heard of this place. I know of the west side of Cholt. It's a Jahaka Bay or something.
It may not be a place, it may be a person. We were hunting the...
Emerald Eye.
Emerald Eye? Is that what it's called? Yeah, the
I think
Emerald
it was
Eye.
that one.
One of the pirate ships you said was interfering in your business.
And
Yes.
there was only
You
one...
think that they are there?
Well,
They're connected at the very least.
there was only one survivor. There was a shipwreck there, one survivor. And the only thing he's told us so far is Jahaka Anchorage. I've heard that name. I heard it in Fort Balurium.
Fort Balurium?
The leader of Fort Balurium was speaking to a Jahaka Anchorage through a sending stone.
The Flaming Fist allies themselves with the pirates?
So it would
Yes.
It
seem.
seems so.
Shit.
Yeah.
We have enemies on all sides. You may have likely discovered the location of the pirate's lair. It's been hidden for a long time. Nobody knows where it is. Many are certain who have been on their cruise before have know that they swear a blood oath to hide its location. This is the first in information that we found on anything. If you plan on going there, you must be careful.
I turned to China. Can you make your ship look like a pirate ship? It kind of looks like one a little bit already.
It
It
originally
won't work.
was.
They recognize their own ships.
Right, but a new ship with a new crew.
They'll kill you. They'll take your stuff and enslave you.
And from
That's fair.
And from what we heard of the conversation, I think they've already recognized our ship, or at least taken note of it.
Possibly.
Which
mentioned
also
the news.
means that we likely shouldn't sail there. If
At
we're
least-
going to go there, we should go by foot.
Or we could sail mostly there and walk
The
the
rest,
rest
of the way.
of the way.
Well, if I understood the map right, though, the entire bay is covered by mountain.
Oh, I haven't
I don't-
looked
I'll
at
move
the
you
map.
guys over to it.
I don't really know if there
not the
is
entirety
a...
of it. We might be able to do some trekking.
It may be a perfect way to surprise them.
What the heck?
It is right here. Most people need to know.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I can go looking for... Where is the heart place?
The heart of I don't. It's not on this map.
Gosh dang it. I was going to find it
here's-
to find out how it was
Here's
spelled.
Camp Righteous, though.
Where?
There's
Okay, yeah.
Camp Sable.
Heart of Ubtao. It's Ubtao.
Yep, definitely didn't get that
And-
right.
The heart of Uptao is closer to Kirsabel, and the Orlunga is closer to Camp Vengeance.
Gotcha. Can you say that one more time, Jacob?
Ubtao.
Yep, that was not at all what I spelled.
Yeah, you have a general idea of where most things are, Tiff. It's the fucking jungle. It's hard to remember.
Okay, well, here's Camp Righteous then.
yeah,
Right.
you know where Camp Righteous is.
Orlunga is somewhere in here. Kirsabel's here. The heart of Uptao is somewhere in here. About there. Somewhere in that region.
I imagine that when she's pointing, the actual ping and how wide out it goes is her saying like somewhere in those that ping is
within
where it is.
Mhm.
within 100 miles of that probably.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Looks like the best bet for a lot of these places would be to go up the river.
Yes.
Especially the Camp Righteous.
well, and
Jacob,
if we're on the river, then we ease the threat of getting lost in the jungle, right?
It's a lot of work to
There's water to
sail
follow.
up, to not sail, but to boat up a river. But you could do it,
It may be
what's up?
easier.
Spencer.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Is this like little skull and crossbones on our map? Or
Sure.
What
Or
is
is this
that?
gonna-
What is that in the directory? Is there a directory for
I think
There
it's
is-
undead.
it's undead territory.
Yes, these are the like
this? Where is
undead
it? Why
lands.
can't I find it? Am I
don't
just
think it's on this one.
stupid? Oh, okay,
Yeah, it's not on this one, but we've seen it before.
gotcha. So that's undead.
Yeah, the
Ari will
undead.
ask.
These kind of Tiff will kind of where the yellow is. She'll kind of trace roughly around that and go. The jungle itself has its own form of army.
Right.
Unending, never tiring. Mainly undead. So your con about necromancy isn't too far off.
Mm,
Right.
This
So-
gets more and more fun by the hour.
I thought we were done with undead.
so did I.
Would walking along the river be a possibility? Or
For the most part, I would say that that's something we could possibly do. Fighting against the current may be difficult if we wanted to actually sail up it, but walking we could. But as is anything, the further we get into the jungle, the
more dangerous it gets.
Yeah, it's going to be dangerous either way. If we wanted to sail around, deal with pirates, and then move in towards this inlet over here at the River Tath, that's a possibility as well.
Well, but we only know that they're at the bay. We don't know where they might.
Well, if we decide
Catch
we don't
on to
need to do anything, we could just continue on, and Orlunga's in here somewhere.
Up to you two. You're the ones with the mission to find your man and save your city.
We'll end this place now.
I would very much like to figure out where the crew of that ship went, but
if we walked down, we could go by Camp Righteous on the way, and that could at least mark one place off of our map and maybe give us some information.
Do you think that they connect?
No, I don't think they connect. But if we're going down here, we can just go along the river. Right, there's Camp Righteous along the way.
Do you think that wouldn't be something blocking the way in the area that we don't know? They're two different rivers.
Well, let's just
knowing Chulta, it's whatever questions you may have. It's possible that's the answer.
We could just prepare for it. You know what? I've got an idea. Wakanga, I hate to ask. What would it take to obtain... I've only heard of one. I've never seen one. A folding boat.
A folding boat? Maybe difficult. Those things are very useful here. I can get you items. I can find them for you, but coin is still something I need.
Of course.
But for you, I will not charge you any extra fees.
For you.
How's that sound?
It sounds fair to me.
Jacob is constantly talking slowly so that he can load stuff. He goes over and he says, "Come with me," and he leads you over to like an office up the stairs. And he goes over to like a book and he pulls it down and begins to flip through it and he says, folding boat. You know your magic. I could acquire one of these for 10,000 gold pieces.
Hefty boat price.
It's a boat that turns into a small case.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice in the jungle. I don't know. I look to Ari, and I'm like...
Would you like a loan?
Rolls it. I like the China. What are you willing to...
I mean, potentially, but I already have a...
You already have a boat.
Yes, but I already have a payment in with our friend here for a new sword.
Oh yeah.
That's a thing.
Oh god.
I know.
Did he give you a time on when that would be done?
I think he said when we got back.
Oh fuck. He's like, I have your sword, by the way. What was it? What was your sword?
I think I was asking for a +1.
+1, and yeah, those are like 1,000 gold or something. Yeah, he has it wrapped up currently in like a cloth and like leathers, and he says, "That reminds me," and he goes over and he grabs it and he gives it to you.
Cool. How much more do I owe? Because I know I put like a down, like the.
Let's look.
Was it like 50%? I don't know.
+1 weapons 1,000.
Okay.
So I don't know if I gave you that much that much of a price. I wonder if you put down 500 and then we're gonna give him 500 more.
I think it was like a down payment of like 50%. That's what I feel. I don't remember exactly. It's been a couple of weeks, but.
Well, do you have 500 gold?
I do.
All right. I assume you give it to him.
I do.
The audience is probably theming right now. This is probably wrong.
I could go find it, but
no, it's cool. It's fine.
It's probably all wrong, but who cares? This is just fun.
It's so annoying because I have a lot of magic items, but none that I want to get rid of because they're all like super useful.
Jacob,
I will buy magic items.
Jacob, I have a few questions.
I do look to her and I'm like, I can cover most of it, but
I can pay for it if we really need it.
I think it'd be pretty nice if we came across anything. that stopped us. It kind of sucked to have to turn around and walk back 15 days just because we can't cross the water.
Oh, well, I might have a solution for that, actually. If,
What's your question, Spencer?
do you have a, teleportation circle here? That you
He
would-
looks impressed, and he's like, I underestimated your knowledge on certain things.
I told
Yes,
you.
I do.
My brother's a wizard. I've seen quite a...
My dad was one.
I do have one here.
Shorthand.
Would you grant us access to it? And
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
do you
It is
know...
for me and only me.
Hmm.
Now, perhaps you would like to set up your own teleportation circle somewhere in the city. By all
That's-
means. There's no laws against it.
It'll take
But
too long.
I don't want everybody knowing how to teleport directly into my bedroom.
Oh, it's
How-
in your bedroom. I understand.
How long does it take to set up?
Quite a long time.
Yeah, it'll take a while.
A temporary one is just as casting another spell. But a permanent one takes days, months.
Do you know of any in the city? Besides your own?
I know that they are there, but I do not know them.
Hmm.
Teleportation circles are kept very secret.
Yes. Oh, another question, Jacob.
Yep.
If I were to buy spell scrolls of a spell, could I cast them into my ring of spell storing?
Oh, that's clever.
You have a ring of spell story?
I do. I've had it this entire game.
Ah, you guys are so strong.
I got it. I got it in Waterdeep. I'm pretty sure, and I've used it maybe 2 times.
We're playing like a bunch of low-level games right now.
You
so
could
like,
you could open up every day by putting a cure wounds in it, and then just have 6 cure wounds ready.
Yeah, but you forget the things you have until you need them.
That's fair.
I'll say yeah. Well, you don't know. So it's Ari maybe thinks that she could.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's likely possible.
Yeah, it'd take an entire year to make a permanent
Oh my goodness.
circle here.
I made mine about 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and I don't want to do it all over again.
Oh, I'm not asking you to. Could I take a look at your spell scroll selection again?
Sure.
And do you have strange material components? Like access to them at least.
Like
Like a caterpillar cocoon?
maybe. What kind of spell? I have most of any. I could get any spell scroll you needed.
Lesser restoration?
It's a restoration. What level spell is that?
2, I think.
I think it's fairly low.
Let me look.
Actually, I think that's a first level spell.
I
If
think
not a
it's, I
second.
feel like it's first.
It's second.
Second.
Oh.
Yep.
He says, I could have that scribed for you for 120 gold.
Can I get 3 of those?
Sure. And he kind of he goes over towards like a wall, and he he opens up like a couple of bird cages and pulls out some birds and puts some like scroll tubes on them, and he sends them off. And he says they'll be back in a moment.
I'm gonna give him the money.
All right, you give him what is it?
360.
6.
360. You said right?
Yeah. So 360 gold for 3 spell scrolls of that. And in a couple moments, the birds come back, and the scroll tubes are filled. And he takes the 3 of them and he hands them to you. And he gives you the 3 skulls. Skulls.
Skulls. They're enchanted.
This is what you wanted, right?
The spell's enchanted into the skull.
It's a spell skull.
That's some edgy shit right there.
That's some grimdark shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the caterpillar cocoon? Do I need to find that on my own, or?
Yeah, I don't really sell that kind of stuff.
Okay. You know who does? No. Okay. Are we buying this boat?
Well, you said you might have a way around it. What did you mean?
Yeah, the teleportation circle was my way around it.
We could also just buy a canoe and leave it there.
I do have a bag of holding.
Yeah, but this we can
Might
carry
be able
with
to-
us. Do you want to put the canoe in the bag of holding?
You think it can't fit?
Can it even fit?
I don't think a canoe could. But we could also just make a small investment and leave it on the shoreline whenever we couldn't use it.
I mean, I feel like it would be cheaper just to buy the canoe and leave it than to buy
Yeah.
a $10,000.
Dollar.
I worry that we may have
Right, but
a problem where we build the boat and then we have to flee and not have the time to dismantle the boat.
oh no, if I remember right, folding boats, I just have to say like dismantle and it'll just fold up and I can just grab it.
Yes. Just take the bag of holding and go to the bow of the brass phoenix
And
and
just-
put it like just on the side of it and
Yeah, totally. That's all.
That's
not
how
how
it
it
works.
We used to do it that way, and then found out that that's not how a bag of holding works.
Also, wouldn't be able to fit the fucking brass phoenix. Just
500
weight-wise.
pounds.
You could put a canoe in a portable hole, but not in a bag of holding.
You could fit a really thin canoe,
In
but
in-
a really thin
I
one.
feel like this is the first time ever that a folding boat is actually potentially a useful item.
We use one in Tesseract a
all
lot.
useful. It's just they're situational.
Well,
I mean, it is a really and I get that it is an expensive like
I have
safety net.
one more idea that I could do, but it
Okay.
takes some time, and I don't know how long we want to be in the city.
What is it?
Find another Harper agent that might know how to get us a teleportation circle.
That might take a while.
I'm a Harper agent.
I know.
No, I'm saying I know where some are. I don't know if they have very many teleportation circles.
My just so you know, Jacob, my background feature is I can find Harper agents.
Oh wow,
and
aren't you cool?
They can help me with stuff. So
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine to try that too. I just want to have the boat as like a. If all else fails, we'll get the folding boat.
sure, we can buy the folding boat.
Ari's like, this is why we have no money.
You want the folding boat then?
Not now.
I think we might return for it if Ari's idea doesn't work
All right,
out.
I will give you. I will let you know now. It'll take a couple of days for it to come in. I don't just have one lying around.
Right.
All right. Did Gina get her sword?
Yeah,
Okay.
that also got shipped in from down the street.
FedExed.
I had to make it.
Okay. Ari's gonna spend the rest of today trying to find a faction agent.
Okay. I guess that's what Ari's doing for the rest of the day. What's everybody else doing? You guys are you guys splitting up? Are you guys following Ari? What's the plan?
I think just by virtue of the fact that I'm a Harper as well, I want to kind of go with Ari to kind of find what's going on.
All right. Tiff?
I don't know if Tiff's terribly stealthy or agile enough to assist in that. It may just be a detriment. So I think she's going to maybe go visit like a friend at like a tavern and just spend the day there.
Sounds good. China?
Yeah. I think China's probably just gonna probably hang out on the boat.
Okay.
Make sure it's all taken care of and ship shape. And
I guess
more or less just kind of killing time until.
if the
Okay.
party splits up at like a like a 4-way street and she's just kind of standing there like, now what? I would offer the invitation.
You know what? I might join you as well.
I'll tell her where I'm at if she decides to join me later on.
Probably be a little bit later on, making after having spent some time. Actually,
be
I'm
there.
gonna check on the on our rescued friend.
Okay. All right. We can do that because that's a thing we'll have to do. So,
Ori, your background feature is that you can find Harper agents. Can you read it to me specifically so I can know exactly what the ability does?
As a faction agent, you have access to a secret network of supporters and operatives who can provide assistance on your adventures. You know a set of secret signs and passwords that you can use to identify such operatives, who can provide you with access to a hidden safe house, free room and board, or assistance in finding information. These agents never risk their lives for you or reveal their true identities.
So you're gonna like go around taverns and just start like saying secret phrases and hope that people like know that you're a Harper.
Or looking for the code words.
I feel like that would almost be like maybe dead drop locations. That you would maybe not that you would know, but you would like be able to find.
So there's likely already a it's exactly like that. It's the Harpers already have a kind of like code and system for when other agents need to be found. And it's like it's going into public places, and there's like certain sayings that you can say to certain people to tell you where other people are, because it's not like you're walking around with a pin, and it's not like you've been to Port Nyanzaru before. It's not like specific locations for that. You don't know where those are. You've never been here, so you can go around and just start asking around in secretive spy language on where any Harpers are, which is pretty easy for you to do. Yeah, you guys head to one tavern and you guys throw out some code words. Nothing really kind of comes out of that. And as you guys, there's a plane flying over right now. Can you guys roll a luck check? I'm stealing from Craig right now. Make a luck check.
What do we roll for luck?
Percentage.
Not a d20?
Just roll a percentage check.
Okay.
Can I inspire the percentage check?
No, you can't.
32.
Can I help the percentage check? Because it's
no, it's Ari's luck. Colton, can I?
I've got to ask.
Can I persuade the luck?
All right, you. Please, Duck King. You head into the third establishment, and you guys run down some code words. And let me go ahead and get some different music up in here. And there's somebody who finally responds in the code. It's like you're like walking around asking for like a very specific drink or something like that, and finally somebody like says, like the bartender is like recognizes the code and like responds in it. So you and you guys are like at this moment aware of each other's presences. And this person is human and looks at the two of you and just kind of in code is just like, all right, what kind of drinks are you looking for?
Give me a second.
That's fine.
I assume there would be a code for like this needs to be pretty private, and
sure.
Like we'll meet up later tonight type thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
This is outside the window right now, meowing in the window. I'm gonna see if I can get back in. Give me a second.
To see if he'll get in through the hole in the.
Maybe you would say something like it's like a midnight tier. It's like the name of the drink, and that's to meet up later. I don't.
Pretty good.
Later location. I don't know, just coming up with that stuff.
All right, well, that's open if you want it.
He's like, no. No.
No.
Is he just hanging
He's just
out?
yelling at me. He doesn't want in. He's like, hello, I'm outside. Anyways, you say that you want to meet somewhere private later tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And he just says where?
Here?
Says he kind of nods. Says, in 2 hours. Oh wait, it's still like early in the day. He says, okay. What time?
Closing?
Nods. Anything else I can get you?
I look over. When is closing time, Jacob? I look over at the
9 p.m.
Okay.
Ari's gonna look up at the.
I was gonna say, do they
like
actually have drinks?
Yeah, they have like a bunch of drinks.
Ari will order something.
Okay, you guys order. Oh God.
What are the chances that this is the same bar that Tiff came to?
She's just in the corner.
Tiff, roll a luck check.
No, you find Volo here instead.
Oh,
no, not
God.
again.
Guys,
We told you to leave!
oops.
Jinx.
Yeah, they have some. It's. Dude, stop yelling at me, bro. Damn.
You're good, Spencer.
I'm shutting the window. He's being mean.
Why didn't you just let him in the house? Oh,
That's what he was doing. Because there's the hole in the window, so he could just jump through it.
yeah. Moose doesn't want in the house though. He just wants Jacob to notice that he's outside. Going outside makes him so happy, and like, look at, I'm not here.
Look, Dad, look. I'm
Yeah.
outside. I am outside the window. See? Notice? See?
Yeah, he was chilling in your front yard the other day too.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there was one night that we couldn't find him, and he was underneath your car.
No, he was underneath your dad's car.
Which one?
The little one he
The little
plugs
one?
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look over it. There's a menu of like grilled dinosaur bits. And there's also a
Which bits?
You don't want to know.
Bits.
It's
And there's
dinosaur
also
balls.
Ooh.
Eggs. I think they're called. I think like cow eggs or something is what they called it. I don't know.
Caviar,
It's,
but it's a dinosaur.
Oh my God, that doesn't even make okay. And there's a bunch of very exotic drinks kind of on the menu.
Mm,
There's also just ale
I'll get an
and
ale.
wine, Chilton wine.
Ooh, I want wine.
All right, you take some Chilton wine.
Let's go with wine.
All right, you guys are day drinking.
We own a
Tina,
bar.
you
We
make-
probably do this on the regular.
Chena, you make your way over to the ship
Mhm.
and go talk to that guy.
And the ship is on fire.
And it's exploded.
Honestly, something that I need to consider, if we buy this stupid folding boat, I don't know if we're going to have the gold to leave very much anymore.
You are.
All right.
How much
Make your way
money
over
do
to
you
the-
have right now?
None of your business.
You make your way over to the ship, and you go down below deck. Some of the crew is still there. They're just kind of chilling, hanging out in the ship. There's maybe like 4 or 5 crew members. Darren is here as well. And as you kind of make your way down, a couple of the crew members also. They always greet you and nod at you as soon as you come onto the ship. It's like, Captain, yes. And get back to work. they're like, I gotta look busy now.
Damn it! I can't just laze about.
Fuck! I'm just raising this sail.
What?
You make your
I'm
way
tying
down.
knots.
Yeah. And you see Ayla is kind of down in the hold. Not the hold, but the
thing.
what am I thinking? Why can't I think of any words?
The lower deck, maybe.
Thank you. And she's in one of the cots next to the guy. And he's currently just like laying there. He's like, his eyes are closed. She kind of looks up towards you and she says, "Oh, hey. He hasn't really woken up yet.
Hmm.
I don't know what we're gonna do with him."
You think he's okay?
Actually, hey, come with me. And she kind of leads you over towards like the upper deck.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, to be honest, I feel like he's pretending to be asleep. I've tried to ask him and wake him up multiple times, and he's been very quiet, and I don't know what he's doing.
So, okay.
Like, he's perfectly fine. He could get up and leave if he wanted to, but he isn't. He's just kind of staying there. And he won't talk to me.
What do you think we should find out then? Try to find out.
I don't know. Maybe we should rough him up.
Well, I don't know about going quite that far, but
Okay.
Oh, man.
I mean, you can.
I don't want to. That's your job.
Yes, but that's...
I am gentle, graceful, and I flow like a river. You are on fire.
What am I?
Explosive, combustible, hot. I can't think of any other synonyms.
I just realized, whatever happens if China gets near gunpowder?
She just dies, basically. Guess she's dead.
I mean, she carries gunpowder on her, so I'm pretty sure nothing.
Her side just
I
explodes.
don't think she actually gives off heat. But, I'm gonna let that slide for now.
Am I wrong? I'm not. Okay. I think you should just try to talk to him. I'm not. What's the word? Assertive. I'm not.
Sure, direct, assertive, maybe. That's very true. Let's go. And she'll walk over to the...
Yeah, she follows you down.
And kind
The
of...
guy's just like laying there.
She just like shakes the cot a little bit.
He doesn't move. He like moves with you.
Shake it one more time.
And you keep shaking it. He just, it's like he's asleep.
What type of cot is this?
It's
Is
like
this
a hammock.
Good.
Don't.
She undoes one side and it's for him to fall.
Okay, that's better than what I thought you were going to do. I thought you were going to flip it.
Well, I was sitting between those two.
You undo one side and it just, you just undo it and he hits the ground and he's like, oh, no.
Good morning.
I was asleep. Oh.
Quite deep sleep.
I was still recovering. I was out there for a long time.
Yeah. You've had some time though. Do you think we can talk for a little bit at least?
Sure. Are we still in port?
We are in port right now, yes. Port Nyanzaru.
Okay.
Well, first, what's your name? I don't even know that.
My name is Fulami.
For mom. Can I insight? Just because...
Yeah, roll insight.
I don't 100% trust this guy.
That's FLLAMI.
Oh, I thought it was salami, but with an F.
Can you type that out? Spell that out again, please?
FOLAMI.
FOLAMI?
Yep.
Cool. What ship were you on? What was the name of your ship?
It was a merchant ship.
Did it have a name?
I can't remember it in my head.
You were on a ship for how long, and you don't remember the name you were on?
No.
By the way, the insight I had was... roll. Sorry. 11.
11. all I'll say, Tyler's suspicions right now do not betray China's.
Okay. She's so okay.
It's like
things aren't like completely adding up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in line. Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember. It's hard to remember. It was all a blur.
And what was your position?
I kept stock of all of the goods. We had fruits, some ship supplies, and a lot of things in boxes and barrels that nobody was allowed to open. They were going north.
To where?
Captain didn't tell us.
Who was the captain?
Happens a lot on these merchant ships. Kind of just offload wherever Captain tells us.
And what was your captain's name?
Captain Masego.
Can I spell that?
Masego. Roll another insight, Gina.
Oh, come on. I rolled it, but it rolled in D&D Beyond, but not in the full 20.
What was
you
it?
Want me just to read that one out loud?
Sure.
22.
He visibly looks his breath is shaky, his hands are shaking, he's backing up, he's sweating.
Can I be honest with you for a second here? You're not giving me the truth. I don't quite appreciate that since we saved your life. Can you just be honest with me? I'm not going to do anything with you. I'm just asking for the information.
Are you another pirate ship?
No. You're on the Brass Phoenix.
Are you a merchant?
Privateers. We deal with pirates. We fight against them. We're hired by people that don't want them. We help merchant ships like the one you were on.
Okay. You aren't in debt at all to the merchant princes?
Not anymore, no.
Okay. I was a stowaway on the ship. I was trying to get the fuck out of here. Merchant princes want my head.
What'd you do, if you don't mind me asking?
Pissed him off. I stole some stuff. These bounty hunters paid a high price for it. And I tried to leave on a ship. Got attacked on the way out. Pirates came aboard and stole everything. I was still hiding. They didn't know I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ship sunk. They took
if you don't mind me
everyone.
asking.
Everyone was taken.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard screams. Some of them were killed. But most of them were taken on board. They just didn't know I was there.
Mm-hmm. If you don't mind me asking, I'm not going to ask what you stole. But what princes did you slight?
I don't know. I sold some poisons. Whichever one controls that. I don't remember her name.
I believe that would be, from what I remember, one of my companions saying, Jessamine, maybe?
That's it. Yeah, that's her.
All right.
I'll join your crew if you're going to make your way out of Port Nyanzaru soon. It's also not my real name. My name's Paki. Paki.
I do not know if we're leaving anytime soon yet or not. If you want, you can stay here. As long as you make yourself useful. Keep a low head.
All right.
Hopefully they will have no question on whether or not to search the ship for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Just don't make this any more of a mess for me, and we will be fine.
As long as I don't leave the ship, I don't think I can.
And I am trusting you with that. If you need anything, direct it to either my first mate Darren or the person who's been wanting to
Shit,
go
you're the
here.
captain.
Aye.
Didn't know that.
Yep.
Of course, I will.
Which is why I'm taking on a lot of responsibility with you right now.
All right, we'll make no trouble aboard the ship.
All right. I think that will be all. Do you know which direction the pirates were going when they left?
No, I just know that they were going to head back to their base. I only heard Jahaka Anchorage. I know that a lot of people have been wanting to know where their base of operations is. Figured it'd be helpful information.
It is. Well, thank you.
Will you hunt pirates?
Yes, to an extent.
I hope you kill every one of those bastards.
We shall see.
Oh wait, I'm on your ship. Oh, and he like starts freaking out. He's like, "Am I gonna have to? Oh no!" and then he's just like considering a lot of different things.
I'll leave you be.
Yeah, I have a lot to think about.
Talk to either Ayla or Darren to get your bearings.
Okay.
Sure.
And as you kind of make your way out with Ayla, she's like, "See, you're really good at that." I just poked him a bunch and he never woke up.
You need to wake someone up in a hurry. Just toss them out of bed.
All right. Day kind of goes on. Do you do anything else?
I'll
Sheena?
go. I'll try and find where Tiff went.
Cool. You go and join Tiff at one of the nearby taverns. They have some very nice food and drink and whatnot, and it's a pretty pleasant night and place over there. Did you want to do anything specific, Tiff? Tiff? Sorry.
No, other than just waiting for Tina. I don't think she's doing anything really
Yeah,
on her own.
two of you are kind of hang out for the night. I'm gonna go to Ira and Ari. The two of you gonna wait out in the tavern. Day goes on all the way until closing time, and you guys stay, I assume, in the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Eventually, a guy goes over, closes the tavern. There are two other people in this building with you. So there's three of them, two of you. They go over and kind of close the tavern down. And he kind of turns and shuts all the windows, lowers the lights, and he looks over and he says, "All right, you two. This is about as private as it's going to get. Let me tell you now, had this happen before. These two guys, they got loaded crossbow bolts, laden with poison. You two are Zentrum. You'll be dead before you can leave."
Not Zents. We've been sent by Mert.
I'll pull the cloak back and show the.
From Waterdeep?
Yeah.
been having a lot of fucking Zentrum trouble here. We're outnumbered 10-1.
Yeah,
All of them know our goddamn passcodes. They know where we live. They know where we eat. Thought they had found us again. I was
no,
actually hoping you were them. I could scratch 2 off our list.
nonsense. They become
He
such a
kind of
big
like
problem.
he pulls up like a stool and like relaxes, and he's like, "Okay, what does Mert want?"
Well, Waterdeep's currently under siege by storm
Sorry,
giants.
I'm out of protocol. Name's motherfucking fuck.
Right.
Mother truly loved you, motherfucking fuck.
Name's Simon.
Great name. I'm Ari. This is Ira.
Oh, hang on. Says name's Simon. He says rank harp shadow.
We're kind of in a hurry. We're looking for something because of the storm giants. They want an item that we believe to be here. And they won't leave until we give it to them.
Specifically on Cholt, not in Port Nyanzaru, unfortunately.
Yes. We need to go further in, but we'd still like to have access to the city if anything goes wrong. We have
You're heading into the jungle?
Yes.
We do have a local guiding us, and Fire Genasi, who knows about the Harpers but isn't one. A friend that offered to jump aboard when they realized that if they didn't, then an entire city was going to be destroyed.
You want to way back into the city after being out in the jungle?
Yeah, we were hoping you might have access to a teleportation circle.
We're really backed up on supplies here.
Get you supplies? I said we could get you supplies.
Or the money to get supplies.
What's your rank?
Wise Owl.
What are you doing here?
I told you, we're saving Waterdeep.
And Cholt, as it were.
Yeah. Seems like it's
Look, I'd love to help you, but we're knee deep in our own shit here.
right.
We're not up to regulation. We don't have a teleportation circle.
Do you know where one is in the city? Perhaps it's
Merchant
interim one.
princes have some. That's as far as I know, is each of them has one.
Right?
That's the closest one you could get. I don't know, make friends with one. Or break into one of their homes and learn it.
Seems like a... maybe not the best idea.
Yeah.
It isn't.
Do you know if the Zinarim have one?
No.
They're not that smart.
They're not that attuned to magic.
Right.
Teleportation
No.
circles are difficult to come across. We could probably find one, but it may take months of planning and acquiring resources that we haven't been getting. But I guess it's understandable. Waterdeep's in trouble.
Yeah. It's
We've
bad
heard
out.
radio silence for a little while now.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said radio silence.
What?
We've been
No
hearing
contact.
nothing.
No
We've had
contact.
no
Saying stone
contact.
silence.
It's been. You're the first rank above anything beyond a bright candle we've seen in a while. And it seems like you have your own mission.
What do you need to get back up and running?
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, for starters, sorry, I thought I had it here.
Out of game, I love the reaction when we dropped Yzal on him. He was like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, oh, fuck. You guys boss me around.
We essentially said, "Yeah, Mert's the only person above us."
Like your boss's boss is coming to town. Like, oh shit.
Okay, there's Zentrum have struck a deal with the Flaming Fist. This is the only information that we found.
The Zentrum too?
Yeah.
The pirates have, the Zentrum have.
Pirates?
Outside on the bay.
Are they working with pirates?
The Flaming Fist are, whether the Zentrum know that or not.
Well, the Zents have struck some sort of deal with the Flaming Fist. They're taking a portion of something, and I don't know what it is. We've been trying to spy on them as best as we can, but we're not getting any information. They know us too well. They know we're here. There are a couple of Flaming Fist operatives in the city that have been giving us a pretty hard time. This isn't the Harper way, but we're not in Waterdeep. We're far away from the Sword Coast. We gotta fight fire with fire. I see no other way to deal with this situation other than this operative to be killed.
What are they doing exactly?
Maybe his position could be removed, but it would take a lot of work and resources that we don't have. What is he doing? Well, this Flaming Fist operative, they've got somebody up in Baldur's Gate who had a boatload of information on the Harpers, and he's selling it to them. It's how they know where we are. If this guy is dealt with and his records are destroyed,
there's no one to get all that information to him.
Exactly. Right now, the Zentrum are literally just trying to acquire funds just to get any more information out of this guy that they can. But both of them are they're so greedy. They only want money that they're willing to milk it.
We could let the Zentrum deal with it themselves. Fight fire with fire that way.
How so?
Find out a little bit about them, write it up, and plant it on the agent. Make it seem as if he's selling information to both sides. It also
that might not be a bad idea.
It also hurts the relation between the Flaming Fist and the Zentrum.
It's just, I can't help you. I can offer you this safe house and maybe a couple of other safer places in the city. But right now, if you were to do this, maybe we could actually get back on our footing.
Do any of you know how to cast Teleportation Circle?
No. Right. We had a wizard. He's been imprisoned.
By who?
The Flaming Fist.
Right. Well,
I thought they were going to take him to Fort Balurian, but they just kept him here.
We can't outright kill anyone in the city, from what I understand.
No, you can.
Type of permit system.
You have to go pay for it. Which is why I'm saying we should figure out how to let the Zentrum deal with it themselves. We could try to break out the wizard.
Take more time.
That would be a start.
I don't know how long we have.
Exactly. It'd be nice to not have to walk back to here.
Well, my thought is it's going to be to go all the way to Jahaka Bay. It's a 50-day journey. If it takes us less than 50 days to free the wizard and get a scroll of teleportation circle, a scroll ascending, and just contact them when we need to teleport back.
I can learn teleportation circle.
Right, a scroll for them. Unless your wizard knows how to cast it naturally.
They would need to cast it every day. It would become very expensive.
No, I could contact them with sending. We only need it once.
I need to memorize the sequence around the circle, or I can't go there. I would need it to be the exact same every day.
What if we sketched it out? Both people had an identical sketch.
We won't know what it looks like until he casts it, so we would have to do it twice, I guess. But...
That makes sense.
I don't want us splitting in half.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Teleportation is dangerous.
Yeah, or getting lost, split up. The only one who would probably make it back is Tiff. And
well, I'm happy Mert finally sent some agents here, even if you're not here to, have set more of a Harper footing in the port.
Do you have any birds?
Paper birds?
Yes.
We ran out a couple of weeks ago.
Do you need more?
Yes.
We can give you.
I'll pull out the box, Jacob, and give him 50 of the birds.
I can actually contact Weimar in prison. He takes them, says thank you.
For now, I think the only thing we can offer is the birds and perhaps some gold. But
no, this is enough. We can stay in contact with you. I have a little bit of communication at this point.
Keep us updated on your wizard friend, this interim operation.
You said you're low on supplies too.
We have living needs, but I mean, one of our safe houses was raided. Had some of our weapons and scrolls.
I'm gonna.
That's when Weimar got imprisoned.
I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding, and I'll pull out 2 of my little sacks.
Okay.
And it's 100 platinum. I'm gonna give it to him. That should help replace the weapons at least.
He looks a little emotional and like almost like cries into it. And then he looks up at you and he says, I thank you.
Well, we can't lose the port, can we?
No, we can't.
The safe house is plenty for now. It's good to know that there's friends here.
Likewise. All right. Do you guys hang around still, or are you? What are you doing?
I mean, I'm in no rush.
All right, he leads you down to like underneath the tavern, and it's like this. It's like what you're accustomed to. It's a little safe house for like harpers and stuff. There's like a scribing area for wizards. There are like instruments kind of lining up on side of the walls. There, where would be a teleportation circle is nothing, and there's different like maps and notes and other things that you're used to.
Makes sense.
And there's like an area to sleep that's pretty safe.
You said
as well.
maps.
Yeah, there's like maps of the city.
Do it. Damn it.
It's not maps of the jungle.
I was hoping for maps that might detail a little bit more of the jungle.
No,
that's fine.
No, it's just like it's like the different safe houses and routes they have inside the city.
Perfect.
All right. Do you guys just hang out here for the night?
Yeah.
All right. Chyna and Tiff, you guys have a night at the tavern. It's nice. You eventually head to sleep. Tiff, I assume you stay at Wakanga's villa. Or do you live here?
I mean, I assume she has a small area, sure, but it's definitely not anything like super nice.
Perfect. And that's where you head off to, and Chyna, you make your way back to the ship, and the night goes on. You guys all long rest and wake up the next day. It's hot as fuck. Still
like here right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Just more humid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do you talk? This morning it was like this morning it was like 85 degrees and 67% humidity, and it was the worst.
Weirdly humid.
It's a humid day today in Chult. You guys kind of wake up. It's It's not bad, but it's not good. And the day is yours. What is everybody doing?
Ari will start off her day by putting on sunscreen and bug repellent.
Perfect.
Could you remind me, Jacob, sorry, the name of that wizard?
Weimar.
Weimar? Oh, sorry.
Dang, you're cool, Craig. Writing down everything.
I have mega notes now.
Did he give us the name of the... I should have wrote all this down. Did he give us the name of the Flaming Fist agent?
Nope.
Okay.
I assume Ari and Ira will meet back up with Sheena at the boat.
At the boat.
All right,
yeah.
yep. Does Tiff do the same?
Yes.
All right, everybody's on the Brass Phoenix.
Ooh. I will be right back.
Okay.
But you guys...
Ira goes somewhere.
Ira goes to get breakfast first.
Perfect. He goes to
For
get
the
breakfast.
crew.
Ari, Tiff, and Sheena are on the Brass Phoenix.
We're all gang.
Let's just leave. We
Yeah.
don't need the one guy. So how was everything? Find plenty of information?
Well, yes. And no. We found more bad than we found good, really.
Welcome to Joel.
Yeah, that sounds about
Yeah,
right.
I think Ira and I are partially to blame for this bad, which is strange, seeing that we've only been here for a few days. But no teleportation circle, but maybe in the future, depending on other people's actions, we might be able to get one.
All right.
I brought breakfast. I have like
What'd you bring?
eggs and whatever. I don't know. There's 4
No croque
plates.
madames or anything like that?
No.
Eggs or whatever.
Eggs or whatever. It's just-
Dinosaur eggs and dinosaur sausage. I don't know.
Ooh,
Protein
dinosaur
heavy
sausage.
breakfast. Gonna do that run after this.
So, where are we headed?
What did you let them know about?
Oh, the Zentrum? That was totally our fault, right? All of this, the Zents being here?
No.
Is that?
What? No, that was already no.
Oh no, is that what?
That they
that's
were
what
here.
She was connected to.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you remember like 4 years ago when we kind of pushed all of them out of Waterdeep?
Oh, that might be our fault.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Hey, look,
actually-
guys. We can't be in Waterdeep anymore. But there's a sick dinosaur island over there where we can make shit tons of money.
We're not the ones that caused the crackdown,
So,
though.
past us fucked over future us, or I mean present us.
We didn't really cause the crackdown, though.
I mean, in a way we did.
Maybe
but
I'm remembering wrong. I just, yeah. I don't know. We might be able to get a teleportation circle in the city
in the future, but
in
not
the
now.
future. Unless we want to
Or in
take
the
the time to
future.
break a man out of prison.
Hmm.
That's probably easier than you think it is.
Maybe it's an option then.
I don't think we've ever broken anyone out of jail before.
I know how to.
We broke ourselves out of jail one time.
Exactly, so we know how to.
Getting in is going to be the hard part. Dude,
We get ourselves locked up.
I point to Tiff.
We don't know where he is, though.
Jail in Port Nyanzaru.
The city was captured. But
Yeah, but they said that they expected them to take him to Fort Balerion, and they didn't. Oh, I should say, the Flaming Fist hate this guy. So... There's also a Flaming Fist agent in town selling information to a far lesser organization.
and they're also working with the Zentrum, who are probably telling the Flaming Fist things about even our actions.
Yeah. If we, I don't know if we have the time to spare. No, we should do this.
Why?
Because if we go into the jungle headed for the pirates, they'll know ahead of time. If the Zentrum are working with the Flaming Fist and the Flaming Fist are working with the pirates.
Wouldn't it be more suspicious if we did break them out of jail?
No, I mean we should get rid of that agent. The Flaming Fist agent. The go-between.
We have to find them. We don't know their name. Or where they are, what they
I
look
mean, you
like.
said they're selling information, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The disparity between classes are immense here in Port Nyanzaru. If he's making any kind of money, I assume he's not down here.
I could also contact an old friend.
An old friend?
Yeah.
Sure. If they might know who it is.
Do we think killing this person's the
he
best
won't
idea?
know who it is, but he'll know Zentrum call signs.
What were you saying, Tiff?
So do we really think killing this person is the best idea?
No.
Or why don't we just replace them? Continue to make money on information that we may slightly adjust.
Like pay him off.
I don't have to. No, I don't know. I think anyone like the Flaming Fist that they enroll in, I don't think there's a paying off option. We could kill and replace. Maybe act as him, tweak his information that he has, assuming it's written down. We just send information that's slightly askew. Or maybe we give them current information, but then we counterintelligence. They pay us for bad information.
I really like that idea.
Unfortunately, for us, I don't really know the
bad information.
Not the bad information. We could come up with that easily. It's just getting Zents to trust us. If they're anything like us, they're probably several steps into finding this man and giving him the information.
By the way, I meant I could contact Mycroft.
I gathered that. Please don't. You'll just upset him.
But he knows. He would know, unless they've changed it.
He's also a prick, so he might not even help us.
We go way back. I've known him for like 10 years.
Go ahead. See what he says.
Jacob is dying inside right now. Do I need to get a sending spell to do that? I don't think I have it written down. I think I'd have to go buy a scroll. Yeah, I'd have to go buy a scroll of sending.
Would you say this Flaming Fist agent is foreign?
I don't
Probably.
know.
Most of the Flaming Fist are foreign.
That's sure pretty easy to find them.
Yeah.
A foreign person in a foreign land
They did say that there
making
were
money
a couple.
in a higher district.
Yes. They did say that there were a couple Flaming Fist agents here.
Mm-hmm.
But only one of them might be that high up.
We're gonna need to be careful. They also said that the port is basically filled with Zentrum, so
Yes. Essentially, realistically, let me put it in perspective.
That's easy though. That's the best part. These are foreign invaders. If they try and make an actual physical push, the princes will put them down. Princes hate nothing more than people from a different land thinking they can control their own.
will they not turn their anger towards us if we're stirring up trouble in their...
The princes, at worst, will become hitmen. Jasmine will give us sanctions and we'll deal with them.
Something,
Alright.
And we'll be paid to deal with it.
something to consider too, though, is
Will we anger them? No. They'll go, oh, you're useful.
one of the things to consider is the Zentrum are. We don't know how numerous they are, and they're definitely more aggressive than the Harpers are. If they find out that Ari and I are around and we're both Harpers, it's not unlikely that they put a hit out on us.
They have to pay for it. That's the best part. You know about it. You know about it. And I can't imagine you'd be very good Harpers if they could find out who you are.
We're pretty good at keeping our identities a secret.
Oh, you guys have some other means that might be able to help you be someone else in a sticky situation.
Exactly.
Which could help us with our flaming fist fellow.
Haven't been
If he
caught
dies,
yet.
who knows if he's really dead if you're him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not dead, is he?
Haven't been caught yet, except that one time.
And the first time's over. It's all downhill from here.
So we're going to spend a few days trying to find this Flaming Fist agent? Or however long it takes.
I think if it gets us to a teleportation circle, I don't think you can put a value on that. Being able to leave the jungle anytime you want.
If something,
Isn't a luxury. It's a necessity.
if something goes wrong and we get overwhelmed,
Alright. Then I think we should put all of our time into that.
I think we're forgetting something, though.
What?
Gina, what about our survivor?
Oh, yeah. Did
Has he
ever
said
look up?
anything?
I am curious about that. Actually, yes.
As you guys are saying this, you look over and you see him mopping,
Oh,
like swabbing the deck, and he's like,
Oh.
you put him to
Let's say I
work
put
then.
him. Let's say I put him to work for his own good. He
Can
didn't
I
have
write-
he didn't have very much information on the pirates.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Just what
Yes, he
just what
can't.
you said.
Does he look okay? Does he look like he's
he looks fine.
okay? He's not like incredibly dehydrated anymore.
Nope,
Okay,
he's cool.
good. That means he's
He's
I won't-
prankable.
yeah, he's prankable.
He is a target.
Welcome to the ship.
He's the
Ari,
only.
is he okay? Eyes glow red. Target acquired.
The one target Chino won't be upset about.
I'm not gonna hurt him. Just gonna prank him a little bit. I'm gonna send my monkey over. Can I try
Okay.
to get? Can I try to and get him to like go up his shoulder?
By the way,
All
Jacob,
animal handling.
his job is probably definitely mainly to just clean.
Natural
Sweet.
20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Ari, in but a few days, has mastered this monkey, and it runs along the ground. And he's like, "Oh, hey there, little guy!" And it like climbs up him, and he like freaks out. He's like,
This is my pet.
"Oh, huh."
I will let you know now. He is a kleptomaniac, so keep your things to your chest, or he will steal them.
I've never been more broke in my entire life than in
Oh,
this
well,
moment.
he likes shoelaces, so
He's barefoot.
forget I said that. I'll try. I'll do like a little to get him to come back to me.
Roll animal handling.
Oh boy,
Again.
I think I don't have a bonus, so. Ooh, no, I have +1, 13.
13. He comes back.
Okay, I give him a good little scritch.
If only Stibble's Codex of Companions was out, and I could
I could
use
have
the
a monkey.
animal loyalty rules.
Wow, Logan, write your book faster.
Yeah.
Book faster, you fucking
God,
idiot.
Yeah. Grr.
Grr. All right. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm waiting on you guys.
We're gonna go hunting for a flaming fist agent.
Okay.
You guys lead the way. I'm no good at this.
How?
Great question.
All right.
Tiff said that we could follow the money and see where it goes. So
Yeah, the Flaming Fist, can't imagine, do well in subtlety. So if a gentleman, being an information broker, has money,
Exactly.
probably in the nicer end of the port itself, which there are not a lot of them.
Throughout this entire investigation, though, before we even leave the ship, I'm going to go below deck. And I'm going to pull Ari with me.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
I'm going to dig into my bag and grab out what I assume Ira always carries on him, which is a change of clothes. And he's going to switch clothes and transform and then throw a change to Ari. And then he's going to look like a different person. I don't fucking know.
I'm sorry. I would like to describe that differently. Ira takes Ari down below deck, and in close quarters takes off his clothes and then says, Ari, you want some clothes too?
I'm trying to remember.
It looks like Hayden Christensen.
Oh,
God damn it. We watched that movie last night.
I know, that's why I thought of it. I read your tweet. Well, we just did this recording.
I forget who I used to turn into. It was like generic man number 5 or something.
Henry Cavill?
No, he's not. He's not generic looking. He's beautiful.
He's generic, like, muscle man number 5.
I want to turn into Tilda Swinton really bad, but I feel like she has a very recognizable face.
Turn into who?
Here's the
Tilda
thing.
Swinton.
A changeling can only turn into a face they've seen before.
Yeah.
Meaning that somewhere in Waterdeep, fucking Hayden Christensen is
walking
around.
That's the joke.
I remember who it is. I'm pretty sure it was Shia LaBeouf.
It was.
I could turn into Shia LaBeouf.
Hayden That's the next big blockbuster. Hayden Christensen and Shia LaBeouf go hunting for a information broker.
This is like, if this was a TV episode, I always see it as like, it's like a guest star appearance and they show up and it's like, oh God. Sheena, Tiff, Ari and Ira come back up, but one of them's Shia LaBeouf and the other one is Hayden Christensen.
Was the plan to not stand out or to blend in?
Blend in.
Wow.
Oh, I should probably just look like someone from here.
Ari's wearing a bag over her head. It says,
well, to be honest,
famous.
actually, a foreigner. You know what? I think I can work with this. Tiff's gonna like. I think I have a plan why you guys were. Whatever you guys were doing. The bathhouse.
What bathhouse?
What?
Oh, of course, the bathhouse. Every Chultean has this whole thing about hygiene and them being clean, correct? Mm-hmm. But outsiders will see it as something as a luxury, maybe even pay a little extra. We go to the bathhouse, hang out for a little bit. Maybe they show up.
All right.
Okay.
I'm down. A bath would be great.
Other than that, we could try a couple of other things, but without this person really doing anything and me being reluctant to deal with any merchant princes any further, I think that might be the best place.
I'm also reluctant to deal with that.
Yes.
I also have a lot of questions now about our friend.
What friend?
Our merchant
which one?
prince friend.
Oh, all right.
It bothers me slightly.
Which one?
It seems that the ground troops are suffering, so to say. And maybe I just don't know, and maybe he's doing something about it, but he seems fine off with that.
I seem to follow. To be honest, I'm not really surprised. Chulteans are reluctant to work with any outside force, especially ones that think they can control them. So, maybe it's a love-hate relationship.
Maybe.
Does
Regardless.
sort of go actively against the Harper Code, though. So it is. You're right. It is strange. But he could also just be covering.
Exactly.
Doesn't want anyone here to know he's.
We know that he doesn't want anyone to know. Maybe that's why he's being so distant. Honestly, if they find out that he's a Harper, he's probably dead.
Right. Bathhouse then.
Bathhouse.
Lead the way.
I think so.
All right, you guys make your way over in the city towards the bathhouse. And if you guys look at a little party token over here, the bathhouse.
We currently have Big Map.
Yeah, big boy map.
Oh shit! Let me
I'm
give
not on
you
the
port map.
Ooh.
You guys are right here, if you can see. And the bathhouse, you guys are led by Tiff over to over here. It's this very nice looking building. Get some different music up in here. as far as you guys are aware, Port Nyanzaru, from what you've been seeing of it, though it is a very busy city, it's a very clean city. Mostly thanks to the rain that shows up every once in a while, but also because a lot of people, like Tiff had mentioned, are very scrupulous about their hygiene. This place is this massive building, and it's completely open public bathhouse, run by these people that look like priests, and it's very elegant, wealthy, and as you guys make your way over, you can see like steam coming out of some areas of it. You see people walking around with like towels and whatnot as you get closer. It's tiled. There's marble flooring, and it's this very fancy looking place that you guys can make your way into and bathe publicly. If well, not publicly, but like you can bathe, and it's open to the public.
Perfect.
There's just people moving in and out, in and out. Nobody like comes up to you, like, "Oh, do you need anything?" It's just you just go in and do your thing and you leave.
So, do you want to try and start with? Because this is a place where even the poor and the wealthy bump elbows with each other. Are we thinking that we want to start from the bottom up, or do we want to start by getting the most luxurious and going down?
I don't know that he would gloat how much money he has. So maybe...
Well,
I'd imagine maybe not necessarily gloating, but someone has that money, maybe they're
just willing. Just
treating themselves.
Right. Okay, then let's start at the top and work our way down.
Okay. Tiff would like to use her background.
Ooh.
Okay.
She has the feature position of privilege because she's a noble. So she's going to try and talk her way into getting into like a higher social sphere of
in the bathhouse.
Bathhouse, yes.
Okay. Question: are you trying to find just nobility here in the bathhouse, or are you trying to find this dude in the bathhouse?
I mean, ideally the dude. We're just hoping that maybe the only people that can get into it have money, and he's going to be in that area.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and. So you make your way in, and Tiff heads inside. Does everybody follow?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of go over, and it's easy enough for Tiff to kind of walk over to like one of the priestesses and say like, "Oh, hey, where's like the upper class kind of area that I can, bathe in this place specifically?" Oh, and this priestess kind of looks up at you and she kind of smiles, and she brings you over to like this like a spiral staircase, and she says, for the wealthier individuals, and she kind of points upwards, and she just motions to the stairway.
Are we in the bathhouse proper at this point?
Yeah, like you're in the bathhouse proper. You guys can also see there are rooms off to the sides of inside the bathhouse, where there are people laying on tables and like other people just like fucking massaging them and like and yeah.
Sorry, not to interrupt. I'm trying to figure out if we've gotten to the point where we've now given up our stuff and are now in like towels and things.
Oh, I didn't even think of that, and to be honest, that probably would have happened. So as you guys make your way inside, it would have been this situation of like, oh yeah, you can undress to your comfort level, and then you have like towels and whatnot that you guys can take, and all that kind of stuff. Does everybody go along with this?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of where I wanted to lead. Tiff, like there's an old intimidation strategy with wrestlers or boxers when they meet for the first time and they do the weigh-in. Tiff is completely bare. So she's going to try and kind of just overly confident herself anywhere we're going.
Ari going to come out. You guys are all in towels, and Tiff is just like fully like intimidating presence standing there, nothing to hide. And to be honest, it's like at first you're like surprised, and then you're like you're almost terrified.
I imagine in like a side room you probably did like some push-ups and stuff to get a bit of a pump on your muscles.
Yeah.
Everything's like is even just a little bit bigger.
I think it's almost kind of strange because without her heels she's shorter than she normally is, so she's kind of.
It's perfect. Cool. So now that you guys are actually in the bathhouse proper, there are people everywhere sitting in different bathhouses. There's a lot of people who are completely nude, some people who aren't. And you guys make your way along. There's rooms where people are getting massaged. There's rooms where people are just sitting in steam. There are people in private rooms and whatnot. And there are priestesses kind of walking around, changing water, cleaning up different towels and whatnot. And I assume same thing. You kind of make your way over to one of them, and she says, "Oh yes," and she's a little put off, and then she says, "Right this way," and she kind of leads you over to like this like grated door. Basically, it's like a gate almost. And it's still like a staircase. There's like a second level that goes upwards in this bathhouse. And she says, and she kind of leads. She says, "You can make your way up this way if you'd like."
She will head that way, and she'll give that. Oh, I don't have a coin pouch. I will do nothing.
That's fine. You're
kind of nude right now.
You make your way over, and believing to be nobility, you guys head upwards, and at the top of the stairway, there's another like gated door, and there's another priest kind of on the other side, and kind of looks over, and says like, you guys don't have your money on you, obviously.
Right.
And he kind of looks down and he says,
Are you
looking for someone?
Less someone, more of a experience, as it were.
Roll intimidation or persuasion.
I will roll.
And you have advantage.
Persuasion. Tiff, like a bathhouse, the only experience I have is with Studio Ghibli films, and you can buy those like wooden tiles that represent a certain currency. Is that a thing that she could have done?
Sure.
Okay, she's going to have bought something.
Cool.
What is like the base bathhouse fun buck that she could have had?
A representation of, we'll say, 10 gold pieces.
Okay, she's going to burn, let's say, just 2 of those.
Cool. You don't need to roll at this point. He just takes it and he says, "Right this way," and he opens the door, lets you guys in. And this is like, if the bottom area with the marble and the tiling was beautiful, this is even more lavish. There's candles lit on the sides of the walls. There are there's the pools are gold inlaid. There's like statues and whatnot, and lots of different private rooms as you guys make your way upwards into this area. You guys actually do see one of the merchant princes up here in one of the baths, just kind of chilling and watching all of you guys. Actually, I will roll a D8.
Oh God.
Let's see which prince.
Wakanga's just like, hey
guys.
One.
The scary one.
I hope.
That incinerated. That
Keothe.
Guys, make your way in, and you're just walking along, and you just see Keothe.
God damn it!
And she just sees all of you. She's very confused.
Hey, no.
That's entirely the worst one.
She sees 2 people,
She
Shia
sees
LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf and Hayden Christensen, and then you 2, and she doesn't say anything.
Oh, I should
She just
specify.
sits there.
It's episode 2 Hayden Christensen.
Oh, this is so much worse. This is so much worse. God, why? All right. Well, she just looks at you guys as you guys make your way in.
It's coarse and rough.
You have your Padawan braid? Your little...
Oh, no.
I mean, did Hayden Christensen have it?
The rat tail.
It's nasty. As you guys are making your way through the bathhouse, are you just getting a read of the room, an idea of who's here?
Tiff is going to just kind of lead. I'm going to leave that to more insightful people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys see a bunch of different Chilton people. Some of them, they obviously aren't dressed in like their wealth and whatnot, but you see a couple of Chiltons, and you see some people you don't even recognize. You see Keothe sitting there, and then you see sitting in one of like the more private rooms. They have we'll say they have like glass on the outside, so you can almost like see into them. But like the doors, you can see there are look like a group of non-Chiltons sitting in one of these baths. They're talking, but you don't know what they're saying.
Is there any way that we could get closer without seeming suspicious?
It'll be difficult. It's very open in this area.
Okay. Well, what I mean is, like, can you describe the room again?
It's basically like an oval. Imagine like an oval, and you can kind of move in between the middle of it. And there's like, imagine there's basically like jacuzzis in the middle of everywhere.
Like in,
and some of them are circle shaped, some of them are square shaped. There are multiple people sitting in some of them, and single people in others. And then along the sides there are doors, and the doors go into private rooms. And there's like glass on the outside because you can't just have a room and do whatever you want in there. And inside one of them, you can't hear what they're saying, but you can see about 3 looks like non-Chultans.
Is there anyone in the little pool closest to that one?
There are 2 people, but they're on like the other side.
Could I go and step into the pool on the
So
other
are
side?
those,
go over.
well, did you say those are private? Like, are they like blocked off?
There's doors, there's doors that go into those rooms, but there are still like pools near those near the doors.
Gotcha.
So what Ari's doing, she's going to sit in one of the pools near the door.
Yeah. And
I'll go over there too. That makes
listen.
sense.
This game has maps for everything, but it doesn't have a map for a bathhouse. Sorry.
No, that's
I'm
fine.
just imagining the bathhouse from Witcher 3.
That's exactly kind of
That
what I was thinking about
is
too.
so perfect. That is a really good representation. Except imagine it's more like less like wood, and it's more like tiled and like brightly colored than it being so like dark and dim and whatnot.
So if you mixed the bathhouse from Witcher 3 and the bathhouse from John Wick.
That's great.
John Wick.
That's a good one right there.
Camera.
Yeah, your camera died.
No.
What the best part about being a bar block is? I never have a lower AC, and I can summon my weapon whenever I want. Combat's ready whenever.
It's very similar to being a monk as well. Just punch.
Oh yeah.
Just punch.
You and I are set for
You know
this.
what's funny? In Witcher 3, there's not 1, not 2. There are 3 bath scenes.
Oh yeah, no. This is where information is like gone. This is how you get things done.
Important. I should have had this prepared.
Bath at the beginning and the bathhouse. What's the third one?
No, Geralt is bathing at the very beginning of the game. Then he goes into the bathhouse with Dijkstra. With Dijkstra, thank you. And then Ciri, in one of her flashbacks, is at a bathhouse.
It's like a sauna.
He meets that girl too, and she's bathing as well in that weird like wizard space.
Oh yeah, and Kira, when he first meets Kira, she's in a bath.
I'm telling you, baths are where things get done.
You're fucking right. I need to put more bathhouses in this. It is integral to the culture of Finland that they have this fucking sauna. Anyways.
Next Evenfall episode. Bathhouse.
You guys all meet in a bathhouse.
Oh
my god, instead of a tavern. Everybody really gets to know each other. First game. All right, you guys are in the bathhouse. You're right next to that door, Ari. Just kind of chilling.
Ari's gonna try to like make small talk with Ira about basically nothing, but is also trying to listen into what the people in the room are saying.
Make a perception check. It's gonna be tough.
I imagine we probably have like a go-to just conversation that we have that makes 0 sense.
Ari and I are talking about bananas and coconuts for some reason.
23.
I'll make a shot. I'll make a chant. Oh my god.
Plus 5.
26.
Oh my god.
19 plus 7.
It's one of the few things I'm good at.
Yeah,
we're both hilarious because it's like 3 spies and a pirate. All right.
He's like, I'm just here. I'm just gonna enjoy this. Why not?
Let's go to the bathhouse. And Tiff gets you guys at the upper level of like where all the merchant princes are, and then fucking Shia LaBeouf and Aiden Christensen get into one and just start talking, and they can just perfectly hear what's going on in the next room. Sheena, you're like a fish out of water. You're holding a towel, and you're like,
I like to imagine. I like to imagine Sheena gets in one of the baths, and hers becomes the most popular because she just heats up the water.
Yeah.
I know, she gets in, it just like begins to bubble, and it's like, ooh.
Full on jacuzzi at that point.
I know. Oh my god, that's great. So,
This is Shrek's scene where she walks out and it stops bubbling.
They
Shrek
hate you.
or is that?
It's Shrek.
Or Phineas and Ferb.
I think they also do it in Lion King as well. I think.
They
Yep.
do.
that's
Oh
funny.
yeah, Pumbaa.
All right, so you guys hear a little bit of this conversation coming through the door. It's echoing off of like the tile in there, so you're getting like the most of the conversations. It sounds, you're not getting like any like of the bass. It's all just.
It sounds like
the
someone dropped a microphone 5 times and then tried to use it still.
That's exactly it. There are 3 dudes in there, and the 3 of them, they're talking about menial things for a while. It's mostly like, what am I going to do today? Oh, I'm thinking about going over here and hitting up this place and then eating some food and blah, blah, blah. Like it's not nothing. It's unimportant information.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear a couple of keywords get dropped. You hear Liara. You hear the fort. Like, I may have to go back to the fort at some point and make sure I am keeping up to schedule. And then another one's just like, right, well, we do have the base over here. But, I mean, it's not easy. It doesn't have as many resources as the fort does. It's just like, yeah, it's just such a long walk. It's easier to stay at the fort. And then one of them was like, yeah, not without this, though. Bathhouse is great. Wish we had one of those. They all laugh. Then they continue to talk just menial chit-chat about that. But the most you gather from their conversation is that these are, in fact, Flaming Fist agents.
Nothing's dropped about meeting anyone anywhere, or
Nope.
just that they're planning on potentially going back to the fort.
One of them is planning on potentially going back to the
No,
fort.
I caught something else.
They also have a base
They also
here
have a base here.
Yeah.
in Port Nyanzaru.
I want you to know, I initiated my notes for this with bathhouse info. 3 dudes chilling in a hot tub.
Oh, that's great.
3 bros chilling in a hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Are they 5 feet apart, Jacob?
Are Hayden and Shia 5 feet apart?
No.
No.
Ooh. Ooh. Somebody write that fan fiction.
Oh,
I'm
God.
sure it exists.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf, ex Anakin Skywalker.
From episode 2.
Yeah, from
Episode
episode 2, specifically.
Very targeted kink. That's like satellite homed in kink.
Yeah.
I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them. And I ate them.
Oh, hey, there is a movie that has both of them in it.
Oh.
It's called New York, I Love You.
Oh.
I bet it's a great movie.
I'm sure it is.
Waterdeep, I love you.
All right.
All right.
I think
That's
that they'll probably.
Oh, sorry. That's what I was gonna do. Chena, what are? Are you just in one of the?
Chena, what are you
just
doing?
chilling? Or,
Yeah,
I want to
she's-
know what you're doing.
She's 100% just kind of chilling. She's letting the 2 spies deal with spy work. She's like, I'm just here as backup. She's kind of almost keeping an eye on them, seeing if they seem like there's something distressing going on and they need some muscle
You
backup.
hear a voice from behind you say, "So, do you serve the fire god?"
She looks up. She looks.
You see
Okay.
Quayothe. She's speaking to you.
Have fun with that.
No, not directly, but kind of.
I have never seen another genasi before. I've heard they are blessed creatures.
Well, blessed, cursed, either way. Sometimes it could be a bit of both.
Well, you are made in the eye of Kasuth. May he watch you.
Well, I'll take that with me then. Okay. Just
Standing
super
there
awkward.
still.
Just pretty much.
I will take that with gratitude. Thank you.
Pretty much.
The NPC text line's done. You're just saying the same thing.
Welcome to Jumanji.
She is very obviously not comfortable in this type of place.
Okay. All right. What is everybody else doing?
What's Tiff doing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If possible, with this this fanfic soup going on over here, to try and be on the other side of that, and she's waiting just to see what's going on.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see if they're gonna give her like a cue to do something, or just kind of let them spy it
All right.
out.
That's
All
more
right.
or less what Gina's doing, except she's being accosted by Great Oak at the same time.
I like that it's accosted, but it's just like, have you heard of the Great Fire God? All right. You guys keep listening on their conversation. It's more or less they just continue talking about what their
Okay.
plans are for the rest of the week. They don't really drop any more important. They aren't like having a secret meeting. They're in
Yeah.
a bathhouse hanging out
Yeah.
as dudes, and they're just
As
talking
bros.
about their day. As well.
Before they leave, I'm gonna look to Ari and
Just
be like,
shy.
I think it's about time to go.
Okay.
No.
Ari will get up, wrap themselves in their towel, and go back out the way they came.
All right, as you begin to walk out, somebody bumps into
I will
you,
do it
right into
too.
your arm. You almost fall over, and it just says, "Oh, sorry." And this guy looks like Ewan McGregor, and then he continues walking.
Oh, hello there.
Hello there.
Very handsome man, that one.
You've given us a new face to use, Jacob. We can now be Anakin and Obi-Wan.
That was just for like the audience. The audience watching the episode is just like, was that was a fuck those guys.
It's like when Ed Sheeran was in an episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's like, is that Ed Sheeran?
They've done that before in Game of Thrones, and it's like, oh, that's a cool little detail.
Yeah.
But in a fucking episode, it's like, the characters from Game of Thrones, that's just fucking Ed Sheeran. What is he doing here?
He sang a song, and then they were like, that's nice, and he looked at the camera and went, thanks, it's a new one. That's
He
an
did.
actual line.
You can find it on Spotify. Anyways, you guys, I assume you guys make your way out of the bathhouse.
Yes.
You can buy it on
Well,
iTunes.
we are. I don't know if the others are following.
I think. Well, so they're leaving.
Well, we came.
Yeah,
in
we're
together,
walking
so-
out as if we're like leaving the area.
How many of the 5 are leaving?
How many of the 5?
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen. So I'm gonna let you know. Ira's idea is we should leave before they do, so that we can follow them when they get out.
No, I think Tiff would pick up on that. I think
Right.
Tiff's trying to figure out if she can stay a little longer and see if one's like less athletic, or maybe try and like bump shoulders with them and maybe kind of coerce them to kind of get in a way that she can identify if one's maybe more battle hardened and one's more of an informant. Maybe one's been here longer. If she can get some more kind of physical details, it might be able to point you. Because I assume once they leave the bathhouse, they're going to separate.
All right. Well, after a moment or two, the door opens, and one of them kind of closes the door behind him, and he's got a towel around him. He's like looking around. He's getting ready to leave. And he's kind of like looking around the room like a lot. And it's not hard to notice that when he like sees China, he kind of like looks back towards the ground and like continues and like starts walking.
What's this guy look like?
He is he's got pretty pale skin. He's got like short black hair. He looks to be in maybe his mid-30s. And he's not tiny. He's maybe like 5'10". And he's built, but he's not like you, Tiff. You are much stronger than this man.
Okay. And they've left except Chino and myself, correct?
Yeah, Ira and Ari have left.
Okay.
And he like looks over, he sees Chino, and then he like starts walking.
Mm.
Does Sheena notice that, or is it just?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Like he's like looking around, he sees you, and then that's when he goes.
Okay, then I because Tiff is incredibly not perceptive, so I think if she realized that Sheena saw that, then she feels confident to leave, and then Sheena can see who else is coming out. So I think Tiff's going to descend upon this person.
You kind of motion for Sheena to kind of hold back into.
Yeah. I think she's gonna try and not necessarily confront this person, but in a way that's gonna be kind of as if she's leaving at the same time, and then bump into him.
Okay, you do that. So you get up on side of him, and then you just kind of nonchalantly bump into him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm still kind of new here.
He like falls forward. He's like, "Hey, what?
Do you have a towel that I can borrow? Can I have yours?"
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Completely nude. Oh my god! Please succeed.
That is a my persuasion at? I think it's a 21. Yes, 21.
So he's like, hey, and then he like looks around. He just takes off his towel and gives it to you.
She kind of wraps herself around and goes, "That's much better." I felt people staring. You're awfully. I was awfully kind to you. I mean, are you gonna be okay like this? Should we try and find you a towel as well? Here, and she'll take his hand and try and like walk him somewhere. Can Tiff tell if his hands are like calloused? Like, does he?
His hands are calloused. That's a good.
Does he hold like a weapon all the time?
You notice his fingers, his thumb and his index finger are.
As if he like writes.
No. Roll. Well, maybe, but roll a intelligence check.
Oh, Tiff, you poor thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, you poor thing. Here we go. Oh, 11 straight.
I'll give my card.
11. Add the card. All right.
Oh, thank you.
This dude. Give me a number 1 through 5.
2.
Plus 8.
Oh.
It's
19.
calloused in just the right places to tell you not a writer, not like an instrument player, and not like he doesn't wield a sword all that often. But his hands have grown used to loading a crossbow.
Oh, that might be helpful still. Okay, I think Tiff's gonna still take this. She shouldn't complete the ruse, and she's gonna try and take him until she finds a towel, and then she's going to try and like leave with him.
Following along, he keeps like looking at Sheena nervously, and then like keeps going.
You know, do I realize that?
Yeah.
I think after she gets like out of line of sight of Sheena, she'll be like, "Is she more your type?"
Huh? What?
The one that was the fire genasi. It's okay. It's okay if it is. I mean, we are in the land of exotics.
No. No. I mean, maybe.
Oh, are you afraid of her? I'm sure that I could put a good word in for you if you wanted to talk to her.
His face goes like beet red, and he's just like, "I just need a towel."
Oh, okay. Well, let's get your towel then. What's your name? I'm Tiffany.
In his like flustered like state, he's just like, "Ralph."
Fuck Ralph, you poor fuck. Come on now. All right, Ralph. All right.
Ralph, you poor fuck.
All right. I'm gonna
Just following you.
I'm gonna try and find a towel and kind of like go, Ralph. If it's not too forward of me, I mean, you did save me and give me a towel. You're not from here, are you?
No, not really.
Where are you from?
You guys make your way over to like a kind of like a back area where like they have the towels, and he like quickly finds one. He's like, "Oh, I'm from Baldur's Gate."
Do we see this mess going on? Oh no, 'cause we would have gone all the way back down.
Left.
We would have gone all the way back down to get our clothes. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, I forgot that the way that was.
I mean, it's been a minute. You guys can make your way back up if you want.
No, that'd
No.
be weird. No. My confusion was more. I forgot that it's not like we go right outside and then change. I was like, maybe as we're coming out we would see it, but we go all the way back downstairs to change. So
yeah, he says that as he puts the towel on.
She says, "Oh, we're kind of almost neighbors then. I'm from Waterdeep."
Oh,
How long have you been in the port?
since do I know you?
I mean, you probably know of me, or at least of my family.
Who's your family?
The Phalans, they're the noble family, deal with like monsters and beast training. I didn't quite take to it myself, so I'm kind of on a
Are you a
soul
guide?
quest.
Are you working out of the fort?
What fort?
Nothing.
Do you-
Never mind.
No, I'm here just on vacation. Do you have a place
Same.
to stay, Ralph?
Yep.
Oh, well, maybe if I see you around town again, we can have drinks or something. You can kind of show me around.
He smiles. He's like, okay.
Well,
Alright.
why don't we exchange addresses?
Oh, roll persuasion.
That
Oh
was
my
fucking
god.
good.
Oh,
Gonna
I was
get
almost.
him with his dick.
That is a 17.
Oh, okay,
Holy
okay,
shit.
okay.
That's a 10 plus 7.
Add my card.
Hey, bathhouse. Shit gets
I'm
done.
sorry, Jacob. Did you say trick him with his dick? Is that what you said?
You are. That's what you're doing. First, you're like, "Oh no, I'm naked and want to go for drinks later," and he's just like, "I can't not
Tip
say
is-
no." I would never want
Teach me how to say no to this.
It's making him use his other head.
Oh,
Tyler.
Oh, Spencer, I like
Oldest
I like
tactic
not
in the
like
book.
that.
What's the number 1 through 5, Ari?
3.
So plus 10. He
27.
immediately changes from fear to like,
Yagi delete, friend.
I could do that.
Would
You
you?
live here?
I'm sorry?
You live here?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a tiny little thing. I'm not really supposed to be here. I kind of ran from home and took a little bit with me. So it's not quite as nice as yours if you have a fort. that is.
Oh, I don't own the fort, but I mean, I've got a place here in town. It's pretty private.
Okay. Well, here, Ralph. She will tell the address across from hers.
Okay. You give him that address, and he says, "All right. Well, we're a little bit more in Northern District. You have to go through the merchant and kind of villa, but I mean, it's nice."
Oh,
And
yeah,
it
I
kind of gives
tried
you the
that.
address.
The Waterdeep noble doesn't really get a whole lot of weight here, so you must be important.
No, I
Oh, Ralph. I'm gonna kind of like hold onto his arm and try and like the anti push up to look a little softer.
The anti push up.
and he said, yeah, he's very, very flustered, but he's like trying to stay cool in the moment, and he just says, "You can come over whenever you want."
Oh, well, maybe I might take you up on that. I'm gonna kind of stop in like a dressing room. It may have my stuff. She goes, "This is mine. I'll make sure I see you later, though." And she'll give back the towel to him and then walk in.
What a fucking move! What a fucking play that is! Holy shit!
That's all I
Just walk away, and he's just like holding it, and he's kind of like in awe, and then just walks out, and then kind of forgets about everything as he makes his way out.
Not get dressed?
Huh? No, he just forgets his clothes. You got Ira, Ari, you don't know what the fuck happened. This guy walks out of the bathhouse in a towel. And then he's like, and then he stops and he's like, pants. And then he walks back in, and then he comes out dressed and he leaves.
Is he one of the guys from the?
He's just wearing like regular clothing. Yeah,
Right.
He's not like brandishing the flaming fist.
Of course.
Yeah. He's wearing armor. He's got a crossbow.
Oh, like Tari.
Should we follow him?
Well, I could follow one and you could follow another if you trust me. That to not die.
Yep.
All right. So the two of you are gonna follow after this guy.
No, I'm gonna wait for the second guy to come out. I think Ira's gonna follow this one.
Yep.
Okay. Ira, Ari, you are waiting, and with your passive perceptions, you're able to hear what sounds like you see people running.
Well, I'm following that one.
You're following Ari's waiting.
Yes.
Cool. Ira, you leave. Ari, as you're waiting, the dude never comes out, and you see people running and quickly in towels, and you can hear what sounds like something going on. There's yelling going on up on in the second story of the bathhouse.
Ari's gonna run back inside, I guess.
Okay, make your way back inside. Tiff, as you finish your ruse, you kind of make your way back over, and you see Sheena. And I assume the two of you are going to leave.
Mm-hmm. Ideally, yeah. I'm going to try and...
As you do so, and you're kind of in the middle of that, the door opens again, and there are the two other dudes that are in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a third one with them. There were four. And this guy was sitting up against Willikin too. The three of them kind of come out, and they're all kind of laughing and talking. They turn, and they see you, and then they see Sheena. And as soon as they see Sheena, they go... They all stop talking as if it sets them off. And they look around, and there's a moment of silence.
Okay, if the look that they give me, do they recognize me, or do they just recognize Sheena?
They recognize Sheena.
Okay, I'm going to start flirting with Sheena, overtly, and trying to go, come back to my place. We're going to go here. Show me around.
They immediately ignore you, and they go, it's her. Take her.
Oh.
Am I dressed? Just wondering.
You have a towel?
Okay.
And the three of them get ready and move over, and a couple of people are like, wait, what the fuck is going on? And the three of them are getting ready to come over and just accost you.
So can I look at Queothe and see that she's seeing them assault us?
Yeah, she's like, ooh.
Ooh, this is fun.
Okay, that's all I need. That's all I need to make sure we aren't going to get in trouble after this.
The five of you are going to go in combat with Ari coming up on the second round, with the bathhouse combat with the flaming fist people. But that is where we're going to end today's game. And that's where we'll open next game is on that.
Oh boy.
We've never done a bathhouse episode. This is so fun.
Something I assume is going to happen with Ira. So
maybe that was pretty great. That was Jesus Christ, Craig. What a fucking play that was. God damn it, dude. That was amazing. Incredible. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for today's episode. We'll be back. I don't know what the next one. I like to say when, but I don't know when it's going to be up. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. That's the end of the game.